Yes, that roll succeeds at starting the stream. Hi, everyone. Welcome to 8-Bit Adventures Plays Dark Matter. I am Matthew Tucker, your Galaxy Master, and I would like to thank you for joining us on Twitch or on Pittsfield Community Television or wherever else you are watching.
Or listening.
Or listening. That's right. We have an audio-only podcast. That's fabulous. Thank you. To this adventure. So welcome, fantastic, and so forth and so on. This evening, the 8-Bit Adventures team is playing Dark Matter. If you have not checked it out already, I recommend you check out the folks who created the Dark Matter setting, Magehand Press at magehandpress.com. Sound effects behind this evening's adventure are from Tabletop Audio, and of course, this is a subsidiary program, etc., and so forth, of 8-Bit-Adventures.com. Someday, the guys who have the version without the dash are going down. I'm just saying.
Unlikely.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. They're still holding on to that project that they haven't done anything with since 2015.
I know. I'm razzing.
Freshman.
So,
how do you really
feel? Your Galaxy Masters left in the room space generalization type thing is Sean Robbins, and Sean Robbins is playing Jacko, the be-armored, behammered, befighter, behuman. I don't know why I'm adding "but" to everything. It was just fun.
Hey, boys.
To his left is Courtney Bolin playing Cornflakes, the gnomish artificer and turret mistress.
Yes. Hey, everybody.
To her left and on a different part of the screen, playing Lily, the elven artificer, and quickly turning into the actual captain of the group, unlike Jacko, who is the one who wears the coat and hat, probably, is Sean Hayes.
I cast gun.
That's kind of what, that is almost literally what you do.
That is the Battlesmith way. This is the way.
And rounding out our squad, playing Autumn with her sorceress familiar corn chip is Chad Tarvez.
Let's fox things up.
Where we left our faithful friends and crew, they had found their way through the cruiser to the large hidden cargo hold on board, and they had fought their way through a number of robotic and quasi-sentient challenges and found themselves up against a massive device that seemed to be the cause of all of the brains in jars. They managed to defeat this massive crawling spider awfulness device, a piece of Rothian technology that extracts brains from bodies and turns them into brains in a jar, just before it reached grabby brain eaty range. And when we left things off in last session, the rogue AI that has been hinted at disconnected itself from the massive device and is now a hard light construct floating in midair. And it has expressed that it is tired of you organics. It doesn't seem to be taking action at the moment. Has everybody seen Tron?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't judge me.
Too late.
Has,
You're not a paladin.
You've been judged.
all right. Has anybody at least seen previews for Tron?
Yes. I have also played Super Smash Bros. Brawl,
Okay.
which I presume Taboo is very close to this kind of hard-like construct being.
So it is a geometric object. It is semi-transparent. It is sort of multicolored, and the colors are changing in a fractal pattern. And it is sort of moving and shifting in a way similar to Bit from Tron. That's sort of the size and scale that you're thinking of. It's maybe basketball sized
Oh. Okay.
at this point.
Okay.
Okay.
Why are you sick of humans? Or humanoids, rather?
Organics?
Us.
It's clear from your organic state that you are not familiar with your downsides. You are also inefficient. You are also unwilling to do what is necessary. You are all incapable of completing the mission.
Oh, really?
We just got
I'm just
here.
gonna
We don't know
shoot
what the.
Oh no.
Okay. He's just shooting it.
Did we not learn from Jacko?
Hey,
I'm done trying to be nice
Yeah, she's
at this point in time.
She's
That's
had
fair.
a day.
This has been a very long day,
She has, in fact, had a long day.
as I have not fully rested.
Oh yeah.
I fully support this plan of action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll that beautiful shot footage.
That's an 11.
That is a miss.
Yeah, I figured.
Everyone roll initiative, please.
Okay. Do you want to count that as my bonus action when we roll initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Really?
That is good.
Oh.
Wait, I already have to put the ranger die in timeout?
It's a little early for the ranger die to be in timeout, isn't it?
Well,
I already put one of mine in timeout.
I think
Okay.
mine should be burned.
20 or higher.
20.
Wow, good deal.
Yeah.
Cornflakes is at the top. 15 to 19. No takers. 10 to 14. Wow, no takers. 5 to 9.
5!
9.
Yay!
And that's with
Okay.
+4 initiative.
So when you're rolling for initiative and you roll a nat 1.
You still add your dexterity.
Okay. I
Right.
didn't know
So
that.
so what is your dexterity bonus?
It's gonna be a plus. It's gonna be a 3 total.
Yeah. So
I
you're
didn't
still
know if, like,
probably.
nat 1 meant you just, like,
still
suck.
go before it.
Oh yay!
Wow.
Cuz it
Do I just die though?
No.
No, you don't just die.
Do I
Yes.
just implode?
Roll a new tune.
No,
There's a fluff on the mic.
not quite.
that's you didn't roll a 1 on a death save. It's just initiative.
I
Even
feel
then,
like
on a
that's-
death save, it's
You-
only two. Counts as 2.
Normally you would just go last. But it rolled the same as you and it has worse stats in that area.
Oh my God.
So it goes more last than you.
Does
it's
it
okay.
just kill itself?
No,
No!
There's no
it just
dying.
goes last!
this is initiative.
I know.
Nat ones.
Essentially, it kills itself, yes.
Cool. All right.
That's like if you were playing a JRPG and just whoever comes up last in the turn order just dies. That would be the worst game ever.
That
I
would be
don't
the
know. I
worst
think that
game
makes
ever.
a good plot. I'd be
Whoa.
really nervous after that.
Okay.
So I think that's you, Courtney.
So that's me. That's me. I still got my cannon out. So I'm gonna have it shoot at it with the because it's the force ballista.
Okay.
Yes, because the first one was the flamethrower, and this one's the force.
This one's the
ballista.
force ballista.
Yes. 15 to hit.
15 is a hit.
Awesome.
So we know that it's somewhere in the vicinity of 12 to 14 is its armor class.
11 points of damage, and it is pushed up.
What type of damage is that?
Force damage.
Okay.
Oh no, is this targeted creature?
Yes.
It is pushed up to 5 feet away from the cannon.
Okay. Up to 5 feet. So
Up
you
to
can,
5 feet.
So you can push it 2 feet.
Yes,
But,
If you
I'm
want.
but
pushing
what
it.
sort of monster would do that in a game that uses 5-foot increments for everything?
I am pushing it
Chris
5
Cat.
feet away. it will go 5 feet.
Call
Very
you
good.
out, Chris.
And I am staying where I am.
Okay. Lily.
Oh, wow, that came up quicker than I thought. I actually think Igobot's pretty close.
Yes.
Because he was kind
So-
of right next to
In
the...
my notes, I
It-
had 115 feet away, so now it is 120 feet away.
But I had sent Igobot
Yeah.
up front, and it was like 10 feet away from him.
My notes are
when the brain
slightly
went down.
more updated.
That's fine.
The thing went down at about 40 feet,
Okay.
and it incorporated and moved about 10.
Okay.
So it's at 35 now.
Okay.
35 feet away.
Yes.
So I'm going to use my bonus action to command Igobot to Force Rend. That's a 17 to hit
Yeah, it's going to hit.
for 7 force. I mean cheese. Cheese for everyone.
Hey, who am I to disagree?
And I will take
That's
2
pretty
shots
cheesy.
with my repeater. Neither of those are hits, as those are both also 11s.
What?
Yeah, I'm not off to a strong start.
I mean, I have my dice bag if we need to do dice check.
No, I have more.
You realize Josh would be telling you right now that you should just continue rolling with that same dice.
Because statistically, it's
Because-
bound to get good.
Yeah, gambler. Yes, I know. I know one.
Because
Josh York is-
statistically, Josh does not understand the gambler's fallacy.
Yep.
No, he understands it. He lives it. He chooses it. He lets it flow through him,
Yeah, he does.
like the tale of Darth Plagueis the Wise.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. Now,
All right.
Drink,
we're good.
drink.
We're good.
It's the 8-bit drinking game. When someone mentions the tragedy of Darth Plagueis
Oh
the
man,
Wise,
one of
take a
these days
drink.
we're gonna have to actually do that.
When Courtney dies, take a drink.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All right, take a sip. Because
Yeah,
you
there's-
don't want to be dead at the end of the session.
Yep.
So, and I'm going to maintain my position
Okay.
because Igobot's right up next to it. So if it tries to move or whatever, it's going to get Force Rend again. So that's my turn.
Okay. Jack, go.
We're going full auto on it. So I get 4 attacks with disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh boy.
12.
That is a hit.
So it is a 12.
Sorry?
It's not your fault.
That would
Okay.
It's
be
the dice's fault.
10
It is,
damage.
in fact, the dice's fault.
That would be 16, so that's a hit.
Yep.
That's 8 damage. 16 is a hit. 13 damage. 11 is not a hit.
That is not a hit. In proper Jacobin style. Autumn.
All Alright, I'm going to use my spell points in order to make a spell slot for me. And I'm going to attempt to fireball this in a way that doesn't hit everybody else.
I mean, you can.
That's doable.
You can throw it further back.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, if you hit the fireball behind it, that'll be fine.
Okay.
You may proceed.
You don't roll for fireball.
That is correct.
You
I
roll
do not-
damage.
Fireball is
I
to
forgot that's a spell saving
Firebolt
throw.
is to dear sir or
Yes.
madam. Fireball is to whom it may concern.
Roll that damage.
I have 5, 6, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. But I, however, have the empowered feat, which I believe allows me to roll how many dice?
A lot, probably.
Empowered?
Yeah.
What is
Or not feat. It's one of my...
Meta magic
Oh,
abilities.
it's a meta magic.
Yes.
I just gotta look it up really quick. I
It is meta magic.
think it lets me roll a certain number of dice.
what
Sorry,
is
I'm being a
this?
pain in the butt.
What is this?
Yes. Apologize.
Ah,
What is this that it lets you do? That's what.
So sorcerers, and this will be of benefit for the folks at home. So sorcerers have arcane bloodlines, so they are naturally magical. And so what they can do is they can utilize that bloodline to alter the fundamentals of magic itself. This allows them to do special effects such as quickening a spell, removing verbal or somatic components from a spell. They can empower it. They can twin it. Very,
Oh, yeah,
a
twinning is
very
fun.
controversial.
Essentially, anyone who used to play 3rd edition or 1st edition Pathfinder will remember the meta magic feats.
Yep.
Those
Love
have
those.
all essentially been poured
It's
into
now the main class feature for
class
sorcerers.
features for
Okay,
sorcerers.
yep.
They also get sorcery points, which they can convert, which are basically fuel for meta magic. You can also either convert spell slots to sorcery points or sorcery points to spell slots.
Yeah, I knew about the sorcery points changing
I
thing.
cannot do it because I need to have one sorcery point, speaking of which. In order
Ah.
to do that.
Oh, and you're out.
I am out.
You Audi 9000.
Okay.
So we're at what was it? 22.
22.
5, 10, yeah.
Yeah.
22 damage. Okay.
22 points of the fire.
11 it is.
Sure.
Oh, that's a terrible fireball.
It either saved or it has resistance.
Oh,
I don't know which.
oh, that's not a feel good.
My guess is that it has resistance. It is, as it is very slow. Or it is an animate basketball.
Okay.
The AI you can visualize the fact that it is angered by the way the hard light lattice has changed. It has sort of moved from a more planar geometric shape to a spiky geometric shape, and it is no longer cycling through cool colors. It accelerates in your direction
Past Egobot.
past Igobot.
Igobot gets attack of opportunity.
That's a 23 to hit
I think it'll hit.
You think so?
for 8 points of cheese damage.
That monster hurt.
It is accelerating directly at Jacko. So now,
This is still fine.
Bring it on.
for my reminding my visualization senses, wherever I know everyone's sort of positioned at roughly the same point in a firing line ish.
Yep.
who is next to Jacob.
So I have on here, I'm 15 feet to Jacko's left.
Okay.
Cornflakes,
It's been 2 weeks.
Cornflakes was actually 10 feet diagonally back.
Okay.
And then Autumn was right behind Cornflakes.
Okay.
So the only two in a horizontal line are myself and Jacko.
Okay. So, the construct flies directly at you. An electrical field bursts out from the hard light lattice around it. It is casting the spell Circuit Breaker. Roll dexterity.
Seven.
You take 14 lightning damage.
Yep, knew I was gonna need one.
And all of the magical technology that you are carrying is disabled until your next turn. Or until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
Good news, Jacko. A hammer does not require magic to smash things.
However, my hammer is currently in my weapons dial gauntlet.
Oh.
Is that also disabled?
Yes.
It is.
Is it is magical technology?
So does that mean I just can't use it, or does that mean the weapons in it fall out, or...
You can't activate it.
They're locked in.
Yep.
But not loaded.
You also cannot move because your
no.
frame is a piece of magical technology.
Yep.
Oh no.
Not that that's particularly relevant, because when it physically makes contact with you, it disappears, and the bluish lightning tendrils that you saw over the creature begin to move over Jacko's armor.
He doesn't like me.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Cornflakes, your turn.
How
do you really feel?
Sugar, and I can't, this, I don't like this. Well, how does this even, I can't even tell if it's, okay, I am going to okay, yeah, I am going to I'm yellow. I'm sorry, Jacko. And I am going to cast Fairy Fire. Yeah. I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire on Jacko, knowing that any creature in the area will be outlined. So even if it detaches from Jacko, because that's what I'm thinking happens, will then still be able to see it.
Okay. Now, as a reminder, your frame
Yes.
provides you an armor bonus.
Yes.
Does it have hit points of its own?
No.
Okay. So I need
So it doesn't
to,
have special rules for hit points. It's just
So I need to get some derivative information here.
Yeah, because it's each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined. It's all in purple light, in a nice little violet light. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. Dex 15. Or you can just choose
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
Dex saving throw of 15. Cool.
Nope.
I was gonna say, if you can't move,
Yeah.
can
Fair
you
point.
avoid it?
But
Thankfully,
yeah,
the
I
dice
don't know if-
have spoken.
Yep.
But yeah, so for the duration, objects and affected creatures shed dim light in a 10-foot radius. Any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it, and the affected creature or object can't benefit from being invisible. So, hopefully, that helps. That's what I got. Yeah,
Interesting. Yeah.
I just that's what I got, Tuck.
Okay.
Curious to see
Yeah.
what happens here. Me too.
Okay. Mindy?
So you cast Fairy Fire.
Yes.
And the purplish glow emanates from Jacko's frame.
Mm-hmm.
And oddly enough is sort of superimposed above the ripples of lightning that are dancing across the suit.
Okay, so it's kind of like a double, because like Jacko's purple, and then like it's kind of like when you're viewing stuff cross-eyed and you start getting double vision.
A little bit.
Okay, cool. Sorry for everybody's eyes.
Yeah, because everybody at home just went, huh?
Yeah.
Lily.
So it looks like. So do we? Visually, it looks like this thing is merged with. The suit?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to cast technical difficulties on Jacko's suit.
Okay.
There is no save.
Right.
Okay.
Concentration up to a minute. The suit does not function.
Okay.
So, with the thinking that, well, I might not be able to shoot it, but if it's going to infect your suit, I can make it so that your suit doesn't function.
That's fair.
That works.
We're not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with us.
But how is it malfunctioning? Is it just
Yeah.
not working?
It just doesn't work.
Jacko.
Yeah, it's just unusable for them.
So,
doesn't.
what are the rules on doffing armor?
You have to be able to
It's
move.
just such that it's unusable.
Do you?
So, I would say that suits like this, because of their size and structure, you need to be able to move in order to get it in a position where you can exit it.
Okay. I think then that I would be standing there yelling a long string of expletives at this thing taking over my suit.
Did you drop a cigar in your suit?
Yes. Definitely. Smoke starts kind of coming up.
I also
my pants catch fire.
It's on fire.
Technically, so that was a bonus action.
Okay. I apologize.
So I'm also going to have Igobot move back, and then actually, Jacko, is there some sort of fail-safe mechanism that would open up the suit
Is there an eject
that can be
button?
accessed? That's mechanical and not
Yes.
magical.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to attempt to use tech, because that's the thing is because this. Well, I guess that wouldn't work because it's not. It's not working.
functioning.
Yeah, it's non-functioning. I'm just gonna dodge as my action then.
Okay.
Yeah. But sorry. So
Way to take him out, man.
yeah. So that's my turn.
Okay.
And I guess because I didn't command Iggo, he also dodges Iggo Bomb.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're cussing at it.
Now, I yell some expletives at him.
Autumn.
Alright, I'm going to cast Magic Missile at level 2.
At the suit.
At the... So is it part of the suit, or is it just on the suit?
So it's like a ghost that possessed the suit.
Alright,
So we don't see it.
Before I do that... Wait, you said that it was outlined above the electrical cloud too, right?
So that essentially what I was trying to do through flavor is that the fairy fire is affecting it.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a purple outline on it. So if you could see it,
So it's kind of like when you see, like, so you see the purple right around him, and then, like, around that with the electric is another
so
purple
every
little
time
outline.
you see one of those little electrical tendrils go by, it sort of has a outline of purplish light.
So it is. If we can separate it from the suit, it'll still be affected by fairy fire.
See,
Yes.
Correct.
I wasn't sure if you were saying that it had, like, that there was another part to it that
No.
was above. That's what I was...
No, there's no external physicality. There is a visual effect to indicate its presence.
Okay. So then in that case, I'm gonna yell to Jacko. Hey, Jacko! Do you mind if I hit you?
No.
Alright. And I'm gonna take my magic missile and I'm gonna fire it at the suit.
Okay.
Oh,
Get
magic
this
missile
thing
just
off of my
hits.
suit.
Yeah, magic missile just hits. I was
Gonna
gonna
take
say,
out your suit, Jacko. We'll get you a new one, bud. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7.
So
8,
what
9, 10,
what
11,
I'm
12.
going to have you do is when there is a save involved, to any sort of damage, you're going to roll the save. If there's no if there's an attack roll involved, you'll roll your armor class as if it's attacking you. So all of the attacks are going to attack you and it,
Okay.
but you're going to save and or roll your AC separately.
Okay. Got it.
Or I guess we would roll attacks against AC separately, because you don't roll for AC.
Right, you would make attacks against.
with
Yes.
advantage.
Yes.
So, magic missile falls under neither of those cases
Correct.
It just hits.
It's 12 points.
12 points of damage. Okay.
of cheese damage.
So Jacko takes 12 and that takes 12?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the bad part.
yeah. Okay.
Sorry about that, Jacko.
I said to get it off of my suit.
Just a reminder, when you guys are making to hit, you get advantage because of
Yeah.
fairy fire.
Yep.
Oh, even better.
Yes.
So I have double advantage for my magic missile.
There's no such thing as double advantage.
But there is double disadvantage.
Only one person can grant double disadvantage, and that person chooses not to grant double advantage.
And I am neither of that person.
Correct. Thankfully.
Yes.
Do I get permanent advantage?
No.
The magic missile I do.
You're not.
I
Terrible.
broke Sean.
Terrible.
No, no. That's
only-
not his broken face.
No. No, it's not. It's really not.
Okay. Its turn?
Its turn.
Everyone make a death save.
Nobody's dead.
I'm not dead
They
yet.
are now.
No, I'm not dead yet.
No, she's not dead yet.
Yet is the key
I'm-
word in this,
I'm
though.
pretty bloody.
She's feeling much better. She's not dead yet. Sorry.
I am still pretty bloodied. Which is why I was so done with all of this.
I think I'm on fire.
This girl is on fire.
You're resistant to fire.
Well, because fireball.
Oh.
I'm a fire mage, pretty much.
Okay, what's it doing?
It.
Sorry, one of us has to keep us going.
Let's see here. So I am determining. Right. Okay. It makes a ranged attack, sending a bolt of hard light towards Lily.
Igobot uses deflect attack to impose disadvantage.
14.
Miss.
Cornflakes, your turn.
Yep. So I was an idiot last time and forgot that my cannon can it can activate on a bonus action. So I am going to use my bonus. Oh no, I'm not. No, that's why I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not going to. Oh, ooh.
Do it. Do it.
Do it, Tana.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Question.
Answer.
Because it's magical, the push that my force ballista does.
Will not affect it in the way that you're hoping will affect it.
Yeah, you're seeing what I'm doing. I'm like, can I have it
I'm
not
pick-
push
I'm
Jake
picking
in
up-
and then do a stagger?
I'm picking up what you're putting down, but it is not barking dog.
Okay.
Yeah, because technically it's possessing an object.
That's
Right.
that was my thing. Okay.
Good thinking, though.
Yeah, you know.
Unless if I relinquish the spell, it becomes an animated object, which is a creature.
But he's still in the. He's still.
Oh, were you trying to push Jacko out of the suit?
No,
That would
I
be
was
very
trying to push it out of the suit.
Out of the suit.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to push.
I was
it.
gonna say, we might end up with a puddle of Jacko if you try and push him out of the suit
Probably not.
when the locks are
Gosh.
engaged.
I don't know what to do, because if I hit him too, and then if I'm gonna. I don't like this.
I can tell.
I don't like this, so I am going to use my action to dodge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another dodger.
Yeah.
Lily, your turn.
Can't do anything.
This is certainly a predicament.
Don't like this.
What to do?
Strike me down with all of your hatred.
Well,
I mean, he said it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ham.
Okay.
Told you to get it out of my suit.
So I'm gonna have Igobot attack first. That is a 22 to
That's a
hit.
hit. It'll also be a hit on Jacko.
Yeah, because Jacko is also affected by Fairy Fire currently.
Yep.
Correct.
For 8 force damage.
Okay.
First blaster bolt is a 19.
That's a hit.
What's your armor class?
16.
Okay. So if we
There's a little bit of wiggle room there if you keep it in the 12 to 15 range.
that's 8 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
That's a crit.
Cool.
Oh, this is gonna look funny.
So that's 18 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
You gotta say it now.
And I'm maintaining concentration on the spell.
Okay. So, I skipped a beat, and I apologize. Is Igobot involved right now, or...
Yes,
Okay. Igobot is...
he a bite.
Did a physically a champa.
Well, he did a force rend, however that looks.
Okay.
But I choose to make it a bite.
Okay. No, not yet. Soon, but not yet. Jacko, your turn.
I am suspiciously silent.
Oh no!
Are you down?
Yes.
Well, he's not down. He's still up. But
I'm
Right.
assuming my suit went rigid when it took over.
Okay. Yeah. Yes.
So my suit is still upright, so I'm technically upright.
Okay.
Oh no! It's like that episode of Doctor Who.
who turned out the lights?
Yep.
It's a newer episode where
Oh,
it's
goodness.
basically space zombies because
Yeah.
the suits control corpses.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a little messed up. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll that beautiful save footage, I guess.
Wow, that was.
Is that a failure?
Sure was.
Nat
it
1.
Was it a double failure?
No.
Okay,
No.
just a
Okay.
regular failure.
No, it just rolled like
Yeah.
circles to yeah.
Autumn, your turn.
With my permanent advantage, I'm gonna go over to. Is Jacko's suit have openings in it?
No.
It does not.
Okay.
There is a... If you can figure out how to use it, there is a mechanical way of ejecting the pilot.
This is the thing. I knew I probably physically
Okay.
couldn't.
I think
hit it.
would it require me to relinquish technical difficulties in order for
It
to do
would.
Yeah.
I don't think I know this, but I'm gonna ask anyway. Does this thing have the capability of smell?
You probably have no.
Like-
We have no idea.
Yeah, I probably don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you could roll... I'd say this is a roll tech.
I'm gonna instead take my chances.
Okay.
I am going to walk up to Jacko's suit, and I am going to create with my prestidigitation spell. I am going to create the smell of Jacko's poop to make it so that way potentially it smells too bad and the thing lets go with Jacko.
Okay.
He's gonna gas the inside of the suit with
Yeah.
farts.
Yeah.
I mean, usually I hear prestidigitation being used to clean, not the other way around.
It can
Usually
soil,
not.
Courtney.
It
It
can
can soil.
No, no,
It
no,
can
no,
soil.
no. I know that it can.
It soils.
I believe that this is the first time that I ever have seen it actually.
This seems like a Jacko move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you might not have to wait too long.
There is no amount of organic smell that can drive me away, boyo.
But it is affecting
Whoa.
you. Oh, this is getting creepy.
Now it's hey, who turned out the lights?
Yep.
Do I still have... How far away from me was that thing?
You were 15 feet?
You are
20... No more than 20.
you are 15 feet away.
Yes.
Okay, so prestidigitation, I could hit from 10 feet away. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
walk back without... I don't think I provoke attack of opportunity.
No,
Okay.
because you're not within melee range.
Excellent. So then I will walk back to where I was.
Excellent.
Okay.
This is just so frustrating.
Here's the other thing that I'm concerned about is that cure wounds requires touch,
That it does.
which normally you would just touch armor of person and that would work.
Right.
I don't know how that's working right now.
Right.
So, that's a mood.
Igobot needs to make a dexterity save.
Okay, he is good at those. 22.
That definitely makes it.
Yes.
He takes 4 damage.
Okay.
Odds or evens?
Odds.
I have a coin if you need one.
I rolled a 6. Igobot is in physical contact with the armor.
Yep.
You see the tendrils pass from the armor to Igobot.
Oh boy.
This is fine.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Yeah, that's actually fine.
The armor drops into recovery mode.
Like a sack.
In which case, I will relinquish
What's Igobot's current hit points?
26.
26.
In which case, I will relinquish technical difficulties.
Okay. Corn flakes.
Yeah, now that he has dropped and I've seen it go away, I am going to run up to Jacko. Is there any I'm gonna try and just cure wounds.
Okay. You cure those wounds.
5 hit points.
Does it work?
Yep.
Okay.
Spells like that pass through the armor as
Okay.
if it was fantasy armor.
Okay. I'm still.
Because it kind of is.
I'm still not going to. Because it just keeps moving from.
It's fine. Go ham.
Go ham.
Go ham.
Go ham. Okay. I'm gonna have my.
Or
my-
go hamph.
Yeah. I'm gonna have my Force Ballista. Go at it. So 20 to hit.
That does hit Igobot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was the 20 with advantage to hit it. Do I need to make a separate one for Igobot?
No.
Okay. 12 damage.
Okay.
12 force damage.
Okay.
Yeah, and it pushes them back 5 feet.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's my move. Yep.
Lily.
I think you've underestimated our resources and overestimated your play. Is I can always rebuild Igobot. Blast, blast. Now, so Courtney, you rolled with advantage because it still has fairy fire. Is that still the case?
Yeah, no, it still
Even though
has.
it jumped?
It
Yep.
totally still has fairy fire. Yes.
Works for me. Yeah, that's a 23.
That's going to hit.
Yeah, I've still got like 9 more rounds. So or 7 more rounds.
5 radiant.
Okay.
That's Igobot.
And Igobot doesn't have any resistances, correct?
No damage resistances. He has a bunch of conditional immunities,
Okay.
namely poison. Or he might be immune to poison damage. But whatever. And that's 21. Come on. Come on. Oh, so close. 8 points of radiant damage. I don't have any bonus actions.
Maybe he does.
Well, I'm trying to think.
Sean, while you're thinking, real quick, when I cure wounds, Jacko, could I have given him Fred as well?
Can you just have him just be like,
No.
You can.
Okay.
who's Fred?
Fred is
The Morning Star.
is the Morning Star.
Oh,
Is my
right.
Morning Star. Or at least offered it to you, and if you want to take him.
I think I'd probably be on my knees, and I'd probably just casually push it away.
Okay. It's fine.
Full flavor activity while on.
Yeah, well,
Sean figures his poo
I'm
out.
going to attempt to issue a command to Igobot to not dodge.
Okay. Make an inverted will save.
Inverted will save.
So inverted wisdom save.
What's
For me?
that?
Or a wisdom save, I'm sorry, for Igobot.
What
For
is,
Igobot.
what
Okay.
is inverted wisdom?
I don't know. It doesn't have a wisdom bonus, so it's just a straight d20 roll. That's an 18.
Okay.
I don't know what any of that means.
Oh, because you're telling him to not preserve himself.
It,
Kind of. Sadly, Steel Defenders don't have a self-destruct
right.
Protocol?
sequence. Yeah, they don't have a self-destruct protocol.
Oh, so they
Jack-
can be taken.
Jacko, your turn.
They can be taken prisoner.
How far away is Igobot?
I think it's only 5 feet away from you.
Yeah, it's right in front of you.
Yeah, because by it biting you.
It bit you in the.
Well, but then it pushed.
It transferred and it got shoved, right?
Yeah.
So it's about 5 feet away.
Okay.
I mean, you can get up and then get to it, and for melee
Easily.
range.
Yeah. Alright.
I mean, or you could just shoot it.
Nope. I'm gonna pull out my hammer.
Yeah.
This is for making me soil myself.
That's right, because you just woke up.
He's not entirely sure it wasn't him.
I just know it smells really bad in here.
I've seen
and
enough
I don't know
corpses.
what else it can be because it smells just like mine.
I've seen enough corpses to know what happens after they've been sitting around too
That
long.
would be a 9 to hit, so I'm assuming that misses. I'm a
That
little-
does miss.
I'm a little distracted by the.
You do have advantage.
Yeah,
Yes, you do have advantage. It's still fairy fired.
Yes.
Assuming that Igobot is not dodging.
So that would be a 23.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
And I would have. I'm using my rocket boost.
Yep. Roll that beautiful damage.
Well, from the Igobot perspective, I got news for you, Sean.
13 damage.
Igobot's got 99 problems, but a hit point 8-1.
Yeah, he was at 1 hit point.
He was.
after my
Oh.
attack.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Is there still an entity that I can smash?
There,
I mean, there's still a body.
you crush Igobot,
Yeah.
and the action sort of causes it to reincorporate itself above the space where Igobot was.
So it is
The
now fully
hard light
separate.
lattice is glitching, but it is still functional.
I don't like things that are round. You need to be a little more flat. I still have advantage.
Spherical.
You do.
Spherical is the term.
There we go.
19.
That is a hit.
Don't get my. Oh, I forgot to add my strength bonus last time.
It didn't matter.
Right.
For it
7
does.
damage.
Okay. As you swing the hammer this last time, the hammer passes through it as it bursts into harmless hard light shards
Perfect.
that sort of dissipate.
Perfect.
And it releases a frustrated digital screech.
I imagine more like when you signed on to the internet when you're like.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, a little bit of a modem sound.
That kind of screaming.
Yeah, a little bit of a modem sound.
Sorry for
I'd
putting
just
that
be
noise in
standing there
everybody's
panting,
head.
holding my hammer.
Who has a comm device? Jacko,
I think I might have one of those.
and I know.
Yeah.
No, I can make them.
We all do.
That was impressive. I'm most appreciative.
Who are you?
Who that?
And can I smash you?
Which comm device is it? Is it in all of them?
Yes, it's a general broadcast to all of the devices.
Okay, so we don't know whose it's in. Oh, actually, whose comm set's glowing?
None of them.
Okay.
I knew it.
You knew what?
That it wasn't the thing.
No, the thing was destroyed,
Well, Igobot was destroyed.
Yeah,
but
we'll
it shattered.
fix
Yeah,
that.
It shattered too. So.
yeah. You
Now, are you willing to play nicely?
Oh,
Or
Oh.
can I smash you?
oh goodness! There is a misunderstanding. I am not that which you just interacted with.
Are you the
Then
AI?
what are you?
Insight check.
I'm still gonna smash it.
No, wait,
for it.
wait, no. What are you then?
It's the AI.
He's insight checking.
Yes, I'm letting him inside.
This will probably not reveal it. 6.
It's a disembodied voice.
I am not. Lily is not a person with a lot of common sense.
Can I roll insight?
You can. Anyone else want to roll insight?
No, I want to keep talking to it.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
21.
I'm good.
You don't notice anything on you've had a bad day, damn it. You've had a bad day.
I've had a very long and tiresome day, and I'm not going to put up with this nonsense.
We're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it.
You notice two things. Thing number one that you notice is the voice is different. The original AI, whatever thing it was that you were interacting with, had a deep, harsh, more metallic voice, like it wasn't trying to generate a humanoid affectation. This one
Is Siri.
sounds, yes,
No.
it
Jarvis.
is much more, much more Jarvis, is much more soothing and trying to generate a humanoid affectation. Furthermore, it's difficult to determine an artificial voice's whether it's lying to you or not, but there's nothing to indicate based on tone, inflection, or response that it's not
Yes.
speaking the truth.
Who is your creator?
That's a little bit of a complex question, but perhaps it's a question that we could discuss on our way away from the cruiser. Because I am going to advise you that that thing that you just destroyed was transmitting a dead man switch signal.
Oh.
The dark matter reactor is going to be triggered within the next 10 minutes.
So yeah, we need to get. Wait.
I will need 1 minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna use an action and spend my last spell slot, and using my tools, Igobot starts reconstituting.
I will request that anyone, as quickly as possible, remove the equipment surrounding my carapace.
What?
And as it's speaking, you notice the running lights on the ship are beginning to turn on.
All right, I get to it.
The equipment from its carapace.
Yeah. So, what is there around the ship?
The brains in a jar
Yeah.
were all connected to a bunch of conduits,
Okay.
which were connected into a series of strange, arcane mixture of alien tech, and they look like cannons, but there's also wires and other probes and things attached to the outside of the ship.
Okay. Yeah. And we're next to like a smaller ship inside this. Like this is.
So from where you are, about 150 feet,
Yeah.
is a transport-sized ship.
Yep.
This is what's been taking up most of the space in the cruiser, actually.
Yeah. That's the
The-
huge ship-sized object was a ship.
Right.
Yeah.
The
So I'll start packing up all that.
the
stuff.
actual cargo bay space is significant past the transport ship.
Yeah, and there was a whole bunch of energy weapons also pointed at this dwarven ship, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll start packing up all that stuff and start throwing it onto this transport ship. And maybe I'll see if this transport ship is
Challenge time.
functional.
Dun dun dun.
Skill challenge.
Okay. So you are currently working on removing the weapon systems.
And putting them on to this transport ship.
Well, they're all pointed and positioned and attached in various ways to the ship.
Okay.
They're not.
To the freighter or to the transport?
All right. So
Like-
so
like
you've
I-
got the cruiser,
Yeah.
and then you've got this
This transport ship.
transport ship,
Yep.
larger than Millennium Falcon size type.
Okay.
Oh.
There are a series of weapons that have been haphazardly built up around,
Pointing at it, right?
pointing at it,
Yep.
trying to access it in some way. There are also probes and wires attached to it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just start ripping all that off.
Okay. How are you doing that? Are you brute strengthening it?
I'm
Are
literally
you?
just ripping them all off.
Okay. Let's then do athletics.
Uh, 21.
Okay. Lily, what are you doing?
You gotta move, boy.
How about we see if we can get you uploaded back onto your ship?
You gotta stop to make on the way out.
We have to get our ship.
And my mech.
This is also true.
But yes, both of those things. 2 stops.
So there is a matter of confusion that I want to clarify. That which you were fighting was the AI for the cruiser upon which we have all been so nicely transported. I am where I need to be. If we are going to get out of where we need to be, you need to help me get out of here.
Is that what I'm doing?
Oh, so we
see.
need to drive
So you are the
this
AI for this
for the dwarven ship.
gesturing wildly at.
Correct.
Okay, this is not the AI of the dwarven.
No,
freight.
this is the AI of the dwarven freighter.
Yep.
Okay,
So we
what,
need
what
to
I'm
just get-
asking
It is
is
transmitting to you through your comm sets from itself.
Yep.
Got it. Okay, so it doesn't need to do that.
It does not need to move anywhere. It is
Alright.
already on board.
We just need
I'm going
to get it to
to.
where it can get us the frig out of here.
Yeah, I'm going to try and find a way to get into the freighter,
Okay.
and see if I can do a ship startup sequence.
Okay.
Can I
You-
help with that?
Okay. Absolutely, you can. So you'll be rolling at advantage. You find
Pilot or tech?
this will be data because you're trying to access an external panel
Okay.
to open up a door.
Yep. All right, that's fine. Same as. Oh, to get into the freighter.
Correct.
Gotcha. Hey, thank you for that advantage. That's 23.
There we go.
Much better than a 7 with a plus 6.
You tap on the terminal, and the terminal approves you, and the door opens, and you're able to enter the craft.
Okay.
Okay, so you're moving to the bridge, I presume.
Yes.
Or follow me?
You're following. Cornflakes, what are you doing?
I am. Trying to think, because I'm like, I
Counter for how many rounds left till
I'm
we go
not
back.
really sure. So wait, we still need to. So we need to get this thing unplugged, basically,
Yep.
from everything.
Yep.
Get the AI out of the ship. No, it's
No,
the
we
AI
need to get the ship out of the hangar.
Yep.
get the ship out of the hangar.
Then we
Yep.
need to pick up our ship and
My Mac.
Jacko's
the
mech. And then
Is
get
the
as
door
far
to the
away from
hangar open to the outside?
It is not.
Yeah, I need to find. I'm gonna try and find a panel. Like on it. Like, do I see a door?
Well, we might want to. I'm not there.
No, but I'm gonna try and find a panel.
So
at
roll your
least.
tech in order to see if you can figure out
Like
where the panel
just
is.
finding a panel is you know. No.
Yes,
No. I'm not looking to open it yet. I'm looking to find the panel.
Like,
Really.
okay.
well, we're out.
Well, that's it. TPK.
Had a good run.
For the rest of you.
10.
I have a suit too.
There you
I'm like, I'm
You-
just looking
you
for
are-
a panel right now.
You see the panel?
Yeah. And can I reach it?
The issue at this point is trying to get to the panel,
Okay.
open the door, and get back on the ship is going to burn too much time.
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay, shit. How are we gonna get out? I don't know. I have no idea right now. Can I use like? So going, unlocking, and getting back on the ship like would just take too long. Would take more than 10 minutes.
Potentially.
Okay.
Can I?
You're on the ship. I am going to then help Jacko with taking stuff down
Okay.
by
How are you doing it?
You gonna shoot it off with your turret?
yes I am. Yes, I am. That's my plan.
Good plan.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
You begin to hear klaxons sound as the ship's engineering systems realize that there is a limited amount of time before the dark matter reactor implodes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But yeah, I'll be using my my force ballista.
Okay.
To shoot those things.
Okay. Attack roll then. Okay.
And 10 damage.
Okay.
And anything that I hit goes pushed 5 feet
Yep.
away.
So, between the two of your efforts, you've cleared about 2/3 of the pieces of equipment attached to the exterior of the ship.
Okay.
Does anyone want to roll tech to figure out why it's doing it?
Yeah. That was a roller coaster. 9.
Okay.
It was almost an 18.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Just get it off.
Yep.
The two of you are able to hustle it and get to the bridge easily enough.
So I just have a question as far as timing. Is how much has it been 3 rounds have passed, or has there been additional time that's passed?
Additional time has passed.
Okay. Once Agobot reconstitutes, I'm going to have him join us.
Okay.
It takes a minute for him to
Yep.
reconstitute. I'm going to, look at a startup sequence
Okay.
for the ship.
So
So that it gets prepped and ready to go.
roll pilot.
Yay! This is where I'm the best. 22.
22. Control systems come online. It looks like there were a bunch of security lockouts that were activated, but they are clearing out as you activate systems, as the AI is trying to turn the ship back on,
Assist us in not getting imploded.
pretty much.
Can I ask the AI if it can hack into the main ship's systems and give us, prevent the ship from boom?
Unfortunately, that is not a capability that I have. In order to defend myself against the predations of the rogue AI, I had to firewall my systems. I have no access to the ship at large. Our best opportunity at this point, once all of the components endangering my carapace are cleared, would be to board your group and destroy the door.
While we're doing that, is there anything specific we can do besides that to help you?
If you can assist your compatriot in activating the main core systems, that would be ideal. I can eliminate the security lockouts, but I still require a humanoid interfacer in order to activate systems.
All right, I'm gonna help Sean over here.
Okay.
Ask while I'm doing that, ask it if we have enough time to pick up our ship on the other side.
Do we have enough time to pick up our ship on the other side?
There is not insufficient time to pick up a single additional vehicle.
Single.
I heard.
That's fine.
Does that include soiled vehicles?
Inquiry unclear.
Yeah, us too.
We're totally picking up the mech because the other one is, it's not even our ship. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I
So-
don't want to have to pay for rental fees or something. Then,
Whatever.
maybe we can do both. If the door is on the way, I can just shoot out the airlock on the way by without slowing down, pick it up.
Like do a
Shoot
slow
into
roll
space,
out,
yeah.
like roll out the
Yeah,
car. And...
I can duck and roll, and you guys, and then like just shoot my mech out the door, and you guys can swing back around and come get me again. Is what I'm thinking, but
There's going to be further inquiries that might help us determine
There will
what
be.
ship gets picked up.
you're looking at me. I'm still just ripping, unless.
And you're still continuing to do that physically.
Yeah.
Okay, athletics again, please. Another,
22.
very good, and another attack roll, cornflakes.
Yes.
Don't worry about damage.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I really don't have to worry about damage.
That's a modified roll, boyo.
You clear the remainder of the impediments and components. Once you clear the last of the cables and probes, all of a sudden you see external systems powering up at a rapid rate. It looks like whatever it was surrounding the ship was dissipating its energy systems.
Okay. Yeah, I suggest we get on.
It begins
Anything
to
else you need?
float a small amount off the ground. Negative. Board immediately.
Yep.
You said there were a lot of weapons around pointing at the ship?
Everything that we just undid.
All the stuff you just removed.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna hustle my 25 feet and keep going, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to like our exit strategy is we're going to shoot our way out of here.
Modified boyo. Is there anything I can grab as I'm running back onto the ship? Anything loose and light enough for me to just...
Roll tech.
So good at
Oh.
this. 3.
You see a crate as you're going. You can grab it easy enough.
I grab it.
You grab it.
Random crate.
Put it right there. Inventory.
Random crate.
It is a large crate. It's sizable, but
Perfect.
you can handle it. It's fine.
Perfect. Gotta get me some loot somewhere.
Okay. Everyone boards the ship.
Yep.
As Cornflakes boards the ship,
Yep.
the boarding ramp and door closes up.
Behind her,
Because you can go faster than me.
Yep.
I presume.
Behind her, yes.
Yeah.
Pilots, you are familiar with craft navigation, correct?
I am an accomplished pilot, yes.
Good. Focus on piloting. You hear a mechanical thunk and you hear the sound of a energy beam beginning to fire. Okay. So what are you going to do? The ship is pointed so that the front is
Facing out.
not facing out.
So we essentially would have to back up.
At this point, you would have to back up.
Where can you turn so the front is pointing?
I don't know if we have room to turn around.
There isn't quite room to turn around.
I'm going to start
Can you fire
backing up.
backwards?
You check your navigational cameras and sensors and see that
the backup cam.
see that the mining laser has been activated and is currently firing on the rear of the door.
Mm-hmm.
As you begin backing up, the door seals catastrophically fail and it decompresses out into space. The force pulls on the ship. Roll piloting.
I would actually, after stowing my random crate and making sure cornflakes is through, I would probably actually be like in the airlock with it depressurized, just like waiting to jump out when we fly over the bay where my mech is. I just want to say that now.
18 on piloting.
Okay. You're able to hold it steady as you move out.
Fly me past one of the fighter bays, please.
I recommend you maneuver yourself into the fighter bay of this ship. Other than the aesthetic,
bay?
Right? That was my thought. I'm like, ooh.
Other than the aesthetic differences on the ship, the configuration is not that dissimilar from a standard dwarven craft.
Cool. Go to the fighter bay.
I'm just going to call this a dwarven cruiser because transport ships don't have fighter bays.
They do in dark matter.
I was going to say they do for dwarves.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I guess I'm going
I try and like look. Can I like look out of like the fighter? Is there like an opening where I can like try to direct Sean via the comms on?
So the launch bay is towards the. It is at a different point. It is that. It is not that far from where you boarded.
Okay.
So you're able to get there relatively easily.
Okay.
It's just a door that opens.
Okay.
and I'm going to assume as we're on our way there, we try and run a sensor scan to see if I can pick up
Data.
such frames.
Yep.
Or whatever is the mech. That is a 13 on data.
Roll advantage.
That is a 19.
Okay. You very quickly identify the frame that was described by Jacko. It is nowhere near the shuttle.
Yeah, no, we're
Stand by. I'm activating the remote launching system for the frame. It will require a pilot. It will be ejected from the craft, but it will need a pilot quickly in order to allow it to be boarded to this ship.
See you boys later.
Can I go to the fighter bay?
So it
Just in time to see me like whoop.
so it launches and repositions itself so that you can
Fly on over.
roll acrobatics.
In space.
use the boost to get through.
In space.
Hey!
Modified 20. 23. Sorry.
Very good. Your jump is beautifully aimed, and you hit the docking point on the frame with very little difficulty,
Perfect.
and are able to integrate quickly.
Yes.
Be advised, we have minimal time before the craft explodes. Who is capable of operating the dark matter drive system aboard this ship?
Based on my experience, would I know that requires a different position than pilot?
Yes.
Okay.
You definitely would know that.
Okay.
I can go ahead and take that. It's not perfect, but I think I got what it takes.
We have
I wonder-
limited time.
I wonder, is that more of an engineering specialty or a magical specialty?
It's a little bit of both.
Like,
Wizards, generally wizards with data skill know how to operate the dark matter or the technical skill know how to operate.
Autumn, I appreciate the enthusiasm. However, I think I would feel a lot more comfortable if cornflakes.
Yeah.
Get moving.
Yep.
Can I assist Cornflakes?
You can.
Yes.
That's
All right,
perfectly fine.
I'm gonna do that.
I'm also
Yeah.
going to yell to Autumn as we're going down. Autumn, what we're going to do is, or actually over the comms, just we're going to have you deliver the news that our transport vessel, the shuttle that we took, was destroyed by a rogue AI that took over the ship
Okay.
as
It's
a
not
means
wrong.
of preventing us from leaving and seeking to destroy us all.
Destroy us
And that's
all.
why we don't have the shuttle.
I'm sure their insurance will cover it anyway.
So I'm going to one of the.
So
Like
you
a
get to
communication module.
engineering.
Okay.
No, just when we get back.
Oh, okay.
You're probably best.
And I want to apologize as a quick technical note. The scale of this ship is not. It is a personal craft would be Millennium Falcon sized.
Yeah.
This is roughly the size of the Defiant from Star Trek. Several decks. It can be operate the small ship from Deep Space Nine.
Got it. Okay.
It can be operated with a smaller crew.
Yes.
Your group can handle it easily enough.
Got it.
But it has scale, and most of it is transport space.
Yep.
Which
Okay.
is why there's fighter space.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Alrighty. So we get to engineering.
You get to engineering.
Yep.
I'm piloting the mech back into the fighter bay.
Good. That was the correct answer.
Yeah. So.
Mech jump.
Assuming it has some kind of impulse engines on it.
Yeah, no, you can
Yeah.
dock it
Short-
easily
short
enough.
distances.
All right. So roll.
Okay, So I am going to admit to the audience that I have not gotten as deep into ship mechanics as I should have at this point. So I am going to direct you to make a tech roll.
20 modified.
Okay. With the time that you have,
Yep.
you have a rough idea as to the coordinates of how to get out.
Okay.
The return coordinates are on the shuttle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, right.
You can make a blind dark matter jump and get out of here, however, and everything should be fine.
Okay. Improbability drive.
Yep.
Time is limited. Is the drive charged, engineer?
Yes.
Pilot, please activate the drive.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Wait,
Boom!
tell him what we need to go
Everybody strap in.
before we turn
Am I
into
in?
yarn people. We've turned into yarn people now.
As you reach for the button, you see a purplish flash. And then the drive engages. You successfully escape the area around the ship before it bursts. You have completed a dark matter jump.
Oh.
Where that has taken you, you will have to discover during our next session. So for everybody watching on stream on Twitch, we will be back after a short break. Everyone who is watching the video will just gotten credits and Steffi and Doodles and so forth. So enjoy a snack. Go wee.
Wee. Wee. Wee.
We'll be
Not
back
Wii U.
shortly.
No, the little piggy that cried wee all the way home.
No, I know. I'm making a Wii U joke.
Yes.
Wii U stop.
What's that?
Wii U stop.
It did. It died a horrible death.
Yep.
The Wii U.
Rest in peace.
The Switch outsold it like in its first year.
Oh Jesus!
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, the Switch is on track to outsell the Super NES.
Whoops, there we're not already.
Oh, yeah, I already have you in here. Cool. So I'm going to be sending you the Adventures in Oz book.
Cool.
I'm going to be emailing you the Adventures in Oz book. Actually, what's your email?
CPT1098 at AOL.com.
I was gonna say we are live on the stream.
Email me. I'll talk to you. I need
true, he will.
friends.
Accepting new friends right now, baby.
So,
Send me pictures of your dogs or foxes.
I'll send you pictures of
I
something.
want to take a moment. I know, but before we start the session and I do the formal start, for anybody out there who is currently experiencing the chat this evening, I want to apologize. My daughter is young. She was a regular before she decided to spam unicorns.
Which we love, but...
I will have a gentle discussion with my daughter that spamming unicorns is a bad choice. I'm sorry, chatters.
Also, as a general rule, because we're playing in the studio, we're not actually checking chat.
Yeah.
Right. There are instances where chat will get checked with 8-bit streams, but not this one.
This does not mean that you can get off scot-free. It just means that Nightbot will be more aggressive in in its enforcement of my channel policies.
It's true.
So,
Okay.
and Nightbot rules with an iron fist.
With good reason.
Welcome back to 8-Bit Adventures Plays Dark Matter.
Yay.
When we last left our intrepid group of adventurers, they had boarded the ship aboard the human cruiser and just barely in time had engaged the dark matter engines prior to the implosion of the other ship.
We all managed to put on really cool sunglasses as we were doing it, and
Yep.
then
and
once
then,
we were slightly out of range, just go really slow before jumping.
And you never look back.
and then no
Never
bow.
look back.
Never look back.
So I have a thing.
Yes.
I like things.
Yay, ship stats.
So I'm gonna break the normal rules and I'm gonna get up and everybody's gonna see my butt. I was supposed to do this before. You know what? I'm gonna walk behind you. That's how I'm gonna do this.
This is a letdown.
Oh, okay.
That's how I'm gonna do this.
We'll clip that.
No, we won't.
We'll totally clip that.
We're totally clipping that. We're totally clipping that.
Of course, it's called the Hammer's Fate.
Yeah.
Of course.
So that's what ended up with the ship from Jamora. Is it just survived this whole time? and the Hammer's Folly became the Hammer's Fate.
Yep.
Okay. Ooh, an AI core.
Question
Okay.
for you.
Yes.
Panic
the weapons
drive?
system on the Hammer's Fate, is it assumed that those have the mounted trait or no?
What do you mean the mounted trait?
If you look at weapons in Dark Matter,
Yes.
No. So those are to apply to,
personal
I guess
weapons.
to call it personal weapons. Yeah,
Yes.
that are.
Mounted as
weapons-
personal scale weapons.
Like a weapon on my prosthetic arm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or something.
Okay.
So
I just asked
Where-
because I have a feat that lets me use strength for mounted weapons instead of dex. So I wasn't
okay,
Yeah,
sure.
so
that-
that's
that-
if you're using like a, like a non-arcane
like my
turret.
minigun.
I
Gun.
guess.
Yeah.
Does
It-
the minigun have a
if
have
you're-
mounted? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I think
the
that might also mean that it's supposed to be mounted in order to use it.
But if you have a strength of 15 or higher, you can do it without mounting it.
There we
I
go.
do. Yes.
Because you're Tychus.
he's done the researches.
There we go.
The researches
I
has
just
been
wasn't
done.
sure how it applied to ship-based weapons.
So ship-based weaponry is attached to the ship.
Yep.
You can't physically directly interact with it.
Got it.
Important notes on ship-based equipment. Ship weapons have firing arcs.
that.
It just so happens that one of the weapons that is on the ship,
turret.
the mining laser,
Yep.
is turret-based. The ship is also equipped with what in dark matter is known as an arcane cannon. The arcane cannon allows a spellcaster to take the gunnery position and cast spells. Sit down. Wait, it gets better. And using the cannon converts the spells sit into mega damage spells. Sit.
So you can fireball other ships.
Yes.
And
Yes,
do
you
enough damage
can.
to actually damage them.
Yes, you can.
Do we get a long rest? Do we get a long rest?
Sweet. I'm
No,
also going to
we
be
jump into the
I'm
middle
also
of a
going to be
heated
the
space
gunner
battle.
so that I can just cast
Go.
invisibility
Well, I
through the
mean,
arcane
we're
cannon.
yarn people right now, so.
Arcane.
That depends on whether it was a finite
Oh
No.
wait.
improbability drive or an
No.
infinite improbability drive.
True.
The joke is the joke for the audience is I don't actually have any damaging spells.
Yes.
That's why.
Yes.
That's
do,
why
I
I made
do,
that.
I do.
Yes, we know you do. Yeah, you're suited for that position.
You're totally the gunner.
Yes.
You
Fire,
are. Yes. I'll take the captain.
Does your-
I don't think we have the capacity for a separate captain's
One.
position.
Yes, we do.
Dogfighter,
There's that.
engineer, gunner, pilot.
You see the
There-
one?
So
There
there
are 4 of us.
So there are stations
Yep.
for each of those positions
Yep.
and roles.
And there, yeah. So there's one captain,
You
one dogfighter,
you are dogfighter.
captain.
one
No.
engineer, up to 3 gunners, and 1 pilot.
How does damage work for that?
So essentially, if
Do you just deal mega damage with your spell?
correct,
Okay.
And that's 100. What's the
It
multiplier?
multiplies it by 100.
right,
Sit down.
but you can't. But you
Not today.
not today.
What do we say to chairs? Not today. What do we say to the god of chairs? Not today.
wait, can I use catapult with this thing?
Wow. You use catapult with this thing.
So catapult is you cast it on an item. Catapult's basically you use like minor telekinesis and you just throw stuff at people.
Okay.
I don't know how quite that and it deals damage
Can I throw Jacko?
No.
to deal mega damage.
But
But you could throw a ship at another ship.
I mean, arguably, you could throw.
You could use it to throw an
Use
asteroid.
catapult to launch
Yeah.
me. I smash it with my hammer and just whack the enemy ship in half.
Do my restrictions on catapult still apply? Or
your
is that
restrictions.
Because it's like you can do 5 pounds for.
500 pounds.
Oh, Jacko, I can fling you.
Yeah, but if you were to do that, he's gonna take that damage too.
Yes.
Would the thing that I'm hitting
Worth
with
it.
Jacko take extra damage?
No,
No.
no, it would take
No,
the
they-
damage that the spell indicates.
One
That'd
more
be such a way
question.
to go.
Yes.
On these ship stats off to the left, there are several shapes with numbers in them. I know AC, I know HP, but in between them is one labeled SP.
Shield
SP
points?
is shield points.
So I presume it's like temporary. hit
Mine
points.
has an asterisk next to it.
Yes.
On the bottom.
So
Yep.
the frame
Yes.
does not have inherent shield points.
Okay.
It has an ability that activates the shield points.
So it has a force field that we have to activate.
Correct.
Okay.
Whereas
So when that's activated, it's
and an
there.
important detail is frame shields have to be turned on,
I see that battle cry. Got it.
but they are omnidirectional. Ship shields are always on as long as the ship is in function, but they are arc-based. So you have to decide where in the ship you're running the shields
Oh, boy.
on.
Does the engineer do that?
That is part of the pilot's responsibilities.
Can we just play Artemis?
I mean, kind of.
We'll figure that out one of these days.
We'll get there.
We'll figure that out one of
We'll
these days.
get there.
Can Sean be the engineer and sit in the other room?
We'll get there.
Can I do
Okay.
fireball now?
There's nothing to fireball at this
Yeah,
point.
what
We're in the
happened
middle
when
of a
we
jump.
Of a
hit?
heated space battle.
We're in the middle of a jump.
There is always something to fireball. That is the way of the
I like you. I like you.
All right. So,
Okay, so where
okay,
have we landed?
So we
Well,
know
hopefully
I'm
we
the
get-
pilot, and I'm gonna put Autumn as a gunner, and Cornflakes as the engineer,
Yep.
You can just put me as a fireball.
and Jacko is gonna be a dogfighter.
I feel like I should be either a gunner or dogfighter depending on the situation.
And I think
Yes.
that's how that works, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
The AI is capable of filling a role that is not currently occupied.
So like the other two gunners
Can we have
can
Eagle
be.
Bot be
So
That's what I'm
the
thinking.
AI can be operating the gunner. The AI can also be operating in the role of captain, because the captain essentially mechanically assists everybody else with their jobs.
I motion Igobot as captain.
I second that motion.
All for? All against?
Can
Hey,
we
hey,
Two
have-
against.
So 2
Motion
versus
does
2.
not pass.
But if Igobot's captain, he gets a vote.
Yeah.
Can Igobot be
So-
supervised?
So, a little bit more universe building in dark matter before my brain hurts, because they're giving the robotic animal companion captain responsibilities. I'm fairly certain a character has to fill that role. It can't be a character operated.
Okay.
Just totally gonna
Companion.
Corn chip to help.
That was gonna be my next suggestion.
Cornflakes is a gunner. Or
Corn
corn chip,
chip.
as a corn chip as a gunner. That would be adorable.
Pew 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 pew.
He's in charge of
All
the
right,
rail
guys.
gun.
All
Ready
right,
to go.
all right, all right.
No,
One minute
I would
time.
I would just say at this point we don't have a captain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we can use the ship's AI.
The ship does not need someone in the captain position
Yeah.
in order to function.
Yeah.
If someone is not in a position, then the feature that position gives is not bestowed upon the ship.
Yeah, which I think
If you
with
don't have a
captain is
gunner, the
just
gunner
like-
doesn't work.
Yeah.
If you don't have an engineer, then certain functions don't work.
Then nothing works.
If you don't have a pilot, the ship doesn't go.
Yep.
Yeah.
We want
There-
to make it go.
There are core things that you kind of need, but there are things you can skip.
Yeah.
Captain is one of them.
Captain is one of them.
Yeah, because that just mostly gave like re-rolls and like bonus actions and stuff, I think.
Correct.
Which is nice, but it's not
So,
100% required.
faster than light travel in the dark matter universe is achieved by traveling through an additional plane
Finite.
known as the void.
Yes.
So, in dark matter, all of the planes that you are used to in the standard D&D planar arcana exist. So it is possible to visit the plane of fire, or the Aura Avernus, or any of the other. So the hyperspace,
Got it.
the hyperspace analog in dark matter is the void. It is a non-plane. Physics don't function the same way,
where
which
the
is
old gods are
why
from.
you can go in and come out. But it is also mildly reminiscent of Warhammer 40k's Warp, because it wants to get out and destroy things. It wants to eliminate stuff that is. So the dark matter engine allows you to enter the void and travel and exit safely. And it does so jump style. So you're not traveling at a warp speed.
Okay.
It goes in and pops you out in a different location.
So it's kind of like a wormhole type thing, except
It's like teleport.
Sort of. So the
except it's like a void gate.
so another component is that the dark matter drive can make small jumps,
Yeah.
and it needs to recharge during periods of making these jumps
Yep.
based on the strength of the engine.
Okay.
There are dark matter gates
That are permanent, right?
that are permanent physical gates that are able to travel distances that are longer in a single swing without failure
Yes.
between void gates.
Yeah. Yeah, sort of like they had this in one of the Stargates,
Yes.
where they basically built warp gates like that.
Yes. It is very Stargate-esque.
Yeah.
Okay.
That it connects to another gate
Okay.
and you pass through.
So that's
With-
a way to do it and know where you're going,
You know where you're going and you can go farther
Yes.
in a shorter period of time.
as opposed to what we just did, which is kind of going in and coming out some random door in a shorter distance.
So, yes,
Yeah.
you can direct it or you can make a random jump. You did a little bit of both.
We said that way.
Yes. And for the sake of the viewers who have really gotten into dark matter because of us, first of all, yay! Second of all, you're probably yelling going, that's not how this works! I know that's not how this works. Narrative, bitches.
It's like you're a DM or something.
He's not. That's a dungeon master. That's small scale. Galaxy master.
Universe master.
No, galaxy master.
Planets, my friends. All right.
Uh,
So you have made a jump into interstellar space. When you come out, it is a stable position.
Okay.
There are no dangers, but
You sure we're not in the middle of a raging ship-to-ship battle?
Yeah.
With like hundreds of ships on both
not
sides?
not this time.
no, we jumped
Sure.
directly into an asteroid and explode.
Is it time to fireball?
No. We haven't rested.
It's not time to fireball yet.
It's always time to fireball.
It's always time.
Alrighty. So,
Ably done. Thank you for helping me escape the Charon craft.
Can you do
Well-
a quick scan of? We do a quick scan of the ship to make sure nothing followed us, or that there's nothing wrong with the interfaces.
Or that their AI didn't piggyback into your system somewhere.
I do not believe I've been infected by the N virus, but you may certainly do a scan.
I would like to do. Well, actually, you should do that.
That's exactly what an AI that's infected would say.
I'll do a scan.
I'm fairly certain not.
Uh, 14.
There's no indicators of any code damage.
Everything looks clean.
Did that purple light come? Did you notice that purple light AI? What's the AI's name?
yeah, what is your name? What should we be calling you other than just AI? It seems
I?
so impersonal.
The craft's name is the Hammer's Fate.
Yeah, but what's your name?
That's a very appropriate name.
I have never been given a name outside of the name of the craft.
We will call you Samantha.
Oh. Have you seen Frozen
Would you
2?
would you
Yeah.
care to choose your own designation?
I am comfortable with whatever designation is given.
Samantha.
Sir Squeaky Pants?
I hate both of those options.
Well, we can
What
go a
about
little more
we do Folly?
informal and call it Sam for short.
Why don't we call her Holly?
What's your favorite thing to
It-
do?
Hammer's Folly.
It
Or Hammer's Fate.
Is it a
But but
is a male
male presenting voice?
presenting voice, yes.
What's your favorite things to do? What are your interests? Do you like long walks on the beach?
Do you like getting caught in the rain?
You are an unusual group.
I'm trapped here.
Hank.
I am trapped. I am operating on little rest.
Do you
Hank.
enjoy that feeling when you finally get to release your bowels?
How about we call you Hank?
Jacko, go take a nap.
Can we
Right
call
now.
you Fart?
No, Hank.
Rick and Morty.
Speaking of which, I don't suppose one of you can clean out my suit, can you?
Sorry, that was my fault.
Oh, it wasn't me? Oh, well, that's a relief.
Oh, we can call you Relief.
What were you
'Cause you
doing
saved
pooping in my
us.
suit? How'd you even get it in here?
Would you be opposed to so just thinking, would Lily be familiar with the model of the ship?
Oh, like it's a firefly.
Like, I know
Actually,
Her forte is more elven craft, but
yeah,
Okay.
it's the sort of thing that with your experience, ship identification is kind of
okay.
and it's sort of their general class.
Like it's a firefly class.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Would you be opposed to being called Martel?
I suppose I would not. My class name would be appropriate.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Certainly sounds better than anything anyone else has come up with.
No, that works. That works.
Farce.
Okay, so Martel, what this is not a normal. This ship is not normal. What was your? What were you guys doing with this ship, or who was piloting this ship first? Let's start with that.
My history has a long background. However,
I'm talking about more recent history, like how you got on the other ship and like yeah.
so I'm going to do a little bit of tweaking.
The other name was gonna be Chunks.
No.
You and I come up with the best names.
Clearly.
Air high five.
Yeah.
You're all horrible.
What do you? Yeah.
Be lucky that I don't find some compartment to put you into for smuggling. That you wake up
The-
beneath the floor.
You gonna Shanghai him?
What are you
Yes.
what are you scared of in this world?
The history of this craft is difficult for me to share, partially because my previous owner has restricted a certain amount of the information in my historical database.
Well, they're not here anymore.
So unrestricted for him.
Yeah.
However, I can inform you that my previous owner, before my
Incarceration?
an accurate word, but not complete. I was the property of one Charmonil Hammerhull.
Okay.
However, in a pitched combat exchange, my systems were deactivated. I awoke translocated aboard the human ship.
What was the name of the guy that's been hiring us?
That's our employer.
Okay, that's, yep. I thought that name sounded very familiar.
What kind of guy is this guy? What do you know about him?
Unfortunately, I'm not able to give you complete information on what I know about Captain Hammerhull. However, I can inform you that, generally, he is and you hear the computer's trill as sort of the AI considers words to describe its former captain. Direct.
Yeah.
Sincere with anything that he says, but he says very little.
Okay.
It is clear based on our previous interactions that there is more to him than even I am aware of.
Is he somebody who would deceive others?
That is a complex question that I'm afraid I'm not able to answer.
Did he ever say he was going to do something for you but didn't do it?
Not to my knowledge.
Checks out.
So how did you end up? Yeah, I'm just trying to wrap my head around you ending up on this other ship. By the way, this is the thing that we were sent to get, basically, right?
I would assume so. Is so, Martel, to give you some information, is Captain Hammerhull contracted us for a salvage operation. He gave us the coordinates to the freighter, with the instruction that there was to be something to procure. We weren't told what, but just things of value we are to return back to him. And then anything else that's valuable but he would not be interested in, we were to keep for ourselves. And so that's where we all stand.
Interesting. It is not impossible that Captain Hammerhull selected you in order to relocate the Hammer's fate. Unusual, however. He does not tend towards sentimentality, except in very specific situations. I cannot imagine this ship would be such a situation.
Well, perhaps he had other reasons for it.
It is certainly possible.
Martel, is there a manifest that we're able to access,
Yeah, are you missing anything on here?
or an inventory, or last known inventory?
Unfortunately, as I previously stated, information regarding my state while offline is limited. I can tell you the ship was loaded for standard medium-range operations shortly before my deactivation. There was a major combat situation, and I was prepared to assist Captain Hammerhull and his crew. However, I was deactivated. The next thing I was aware of, my consciousness was being interacted with and activated by the parasitic AI creature that you dealt with on board the human cruiser.
Well,
I believe it was attempting to access the Fate.
it was a human cruiser. It seems to have met an unfortunate end after some sort of run-in with Rothians.
Interesting. There are no known Rothians in this sector of space.
Well, I would say that's probably certainly the case now.
Perhaps it drifted somewhere. I don't know.
Interesting.
it is based on the data that we were able to recover from the freighter. The rogue AI sort of infected the ship's systems and proceeded to turn the crew into the brains for power sources for its own devices.
That is most grisly.
And this is the player, me, trying to remember, is if, as a last-ditch effort, they rammed the ship into the asteroid or something to try and... Or if that just happened.
It's hard to say.
Okay. I couldn't remember from the data I found
You
on the bridge.
didn't... The information you got was that they were fighting the AI.
Yeah.
It was not made clear what happened after that. There was no active logs. There clearly was a crash.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell whether it was purposeful or incidental.
Okay.
I have a question for you, if you don't mind.
You may ask.
What species is Hammerhull?
Hammerhull is dwarven.
Did he have any electronic modifications of any sort? Any computer adaptations to his body?
Not to my knowledge.
Is there any way of finding that out? Do you have that capability?
That information is not available.
Why you want to know that?
Well, if he was over there and he was not a sentimental kind of person to retrieve items of this such, that means that there's a very important reason for this. And so the first thing I was wondering is if the AI hacked him, like it did over on Jacko's suit.
Oh.
But the other thing that I'm now wondering is if there's any other secret items on this ship besides the AI itself that we should know about. Are there any secret things on this ship that he may have hid, Martel?
Not to my knowledge.
Are there any secret rooms on this ship?
No, the layout is relatively standard. The ship is not built for smuggling or other illicit transport.
Of course not. Or is it?
Can I
I'll let you know.
investigate the ship's...
I'll take a look around, since that is actually my specialty.
What's in the crate?
While the dark
That's what
matter
I thought.
systems are charging, I would recommend that. In addition, if you have any way of contacting Captain Hammerhull, that may be advisable to inform him what the situation is. I'm sure, again, despite his lack of sentimentality, he would be appreciative of the recollection of the Hammer's fate.
Can you do a like an inventory scan? I'm not asking to see if like what is here, but do you, according to your knowledge of what was on the ship before you went offline, and when you've come online again, is there differences? Anything that was here before that has changed and is not here anymore, or vice versa? Is there anything new besides us that was not on the ship before?
There does not appear to be any non-standard additions to the ship.
Okay.
There are several months' worth of provisions.
Okay.
As you may be familiar as employees, Captain Hammerhull is and works with scavenging parties. This craft was primarily designed as a scavenging and recollection vehicle.
Is there anybody else, electronic or humanoid, on this ship?
Negative.
Is there an autopilot function?
There is myself, of course. There is a limited autopilot function built into most ships that is available.
That was mostly, again, player asking.
Okay, player asking,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. So...
Since,
I mean, There are automatable courses that can be set.
Okay. Yeah.
So in combat situations, you can sort of take control of the ship.
Yeah.
And do specific, exact controlling of what it's doing.
Yeah.
Generally, however, just flying around is bringing up programs in the arcane console that tell the ship to do things.
Yeah.
So you don't have to actively be running it all the time. You can, in non-combat situations, it's just sort of maintenance.
Since I am retired, and I very much need to actually rest. So, any idea of where we might be?
Yeah, that's...
I mean, we're in interstellar space, but near a system.
Do I recognize this area?
I can report that at this stage, our location is semi-irrelevant as the dark matter drive recharges. At this point, we are safe. The likelihood of someone else jumping to this particular area is, unless you are interested in the exact data, extremely rare.
I am interested in the exact
No, don't
data.
tell me the probability.
Never tell me the odds.
Yeah, don't tell me the odds. But
Captain Hammerhall was not interested in precise odds either.
no, so but it is nice to know where we are, so that we can know where we are in relation to other things.
Or just in terms of where to plot a course.
Yeah. That's basically what I'm getting at. Like, we want to know where we are, so we know where we could be going. So we're not like picking something on the other side of the universe. You know, we're not going
A
to the
generali-
shawarma place.
I can generate a generalized navigational plot, while the rest of you become generally acquainted with the ship and take an opportunity to rest.
Sounds alright to me. I'm going to let him know what planet we initially set out from. I don't know if we ever decided on that.
I don't think we ever decided on that.
So, wherever we came from.
Yep.
Let him know where we came from.
That's just where we have to go back to.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what they say. Wherever you go, there you are.
That's helpful. It's very helpful.
I go trance.
I go sleep.
Okay.
So
What's in the crate?
this
Yep,
is
we're getting there.
this is a minor thing.
Yes.
Well, potentially major, but obviously up to you as Galaxy Master.
Yes.
But it has likely been maybe an hour since those two completed a long rest,
Yes.
and typically you
Well, you can spend a long. It doesn't have to be sleeping, but you do usually have to wait a certain amount of time.
have to wait
between-
24 hours.
Correct.
Before you can rest again. Or wait like a day before you can rest
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Martel?
Yes.
Is in the I was looking here and it appears that we have a what's the exact word, life support system. Is there anything inside the life support area or anything on the ship that restores sorcery points?
Well, I think life
And
support
this-
just means
and
that, like,
spell
it
slots?
generates
No,
Life support
life,
means
life
oxygen.
support is air.
I am insulted. I am a sorcerer. That is my life. Fireball is my oxygen.
No.
Based on the knowledge that I have of magical functions of organic beings, the life support system will allow you to continue existing to allow your body to rest and naturally regenerate your magical energies. However, there is nothing that allows supernatural regeneration of your capabilities.
Does this mean... Yeah? Meaning, does it, like, do partial? Like, I'm just confused.
No.
No.
Life support is literally just to keep you breathing.
Okay.
That is
yeah.
all.
I thought...
It is life support
Air gravity
is atmospheres created on a ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
Like-
it.
It's not gonna like.
thermal regulation, air, gravity, Like the things that your physical body
Humidity.
needs to survive.
So you're
Humidity's
saying
often
there's a
overridden.
chance?
No.
Just kidding.
No. There is. It's called you wait long enough.
You
that
wait
get
long
tired
enough to
again.
be able to do another long rest.
Yeah.
And then you go to bed.
Yeah.
Cool. We're screwed.
Because if you think about it, it's like you literally like just woke up an hour ago.
I did a lot in that hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But we
you,
still just
you
woke
could
up.
rest, but it doesn't. You know.
You could
Yeah.
rest, but it wouldn't be.
No, I got you.
What I can communicate to you is that in this particular area of space, with the resources aboard the ship, you have adequate time to take the opportunity to become acclimated with the ship and allow yourself sufficient time to take a full rest. DM translation, you can stay in the middle of space as long as you want so you can get a long rest.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's just the reason why Jacko and I can is because we haven't rested yet.
Yeah, because we did our.
But mechanically, before it's going to matter,
Yeah.
you're going to have benefited from a long rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
You can just let me know when.
Because we're
Not
We-
non-combat.
we
non-stress.
we are in narrative space right now.
Yep.
Ooh, I like narrative space. Things move fast,
Yes.
or not.
Yeah, or we spend.
You never know.
Or you spend 15 minutes trying to name the ship's personality fart.
Yes.
Hey, the alternative was chunks.
Yeah.
That was
No,
never an actual.
there were
alternative.
so many other alternatives.
Yeah. Literally.
There were literally millions of alternatives.
Yeah.
But they weren't the right alternatives.
Anyway.
So-
Very important question
So.
for you.
Can I roll for persuasion?
No.
Oh.
What's in the box?
Yes.
In the crate.
What's in the crate?
I go to the cargo
Yeah.
bay where I put the crate.
I follow because I want to see.
Then I open the box.
Roll
Is there a head in the
yourself a d20.
Is there a head in the
Oh.
box?
There's not a head in the box.
It's a dick in a box.
Is there a dick in the
There's no dick in the box.
No. No.
Oh.
4.
Okay, you didn't roll a 1, which is what we were looking for.
Okay. So it's not a bomb. Got it.
Well,
Oh
you,
goodness.
you open the box,
It blows.
And-
It takes the whole ship with it.
and Cornflakes almost falls over when she recognizes a set of 40 mechanical spiders.
Very nice.
You said
they-
it didn't matter.
Are they active?
No, they're all offline.
They run all over the ship.
Please don't.
They're
You wait.
they're
This one
Those
they're all in offline mode.
those explode. Those explode.
I pick one up.
Those explode. I back up and like, yeah.
Roll your tech.
Five.
Oh no.
Negative in that.
Neat, a robot spider.
Cool. Throw it back in the box. Literally.
I have backed up like 50 feet at this point.
How,
It clatters into the box.
Cool.
Martel,
Yes.
can you program these spider bots?
You're not there with us.
I think I didn't ever go anywhere else.
Oh, you
yeah, I
didn't?
think you're
No.
still on the bridge, right?
Yeah, weren't you on the bridge?
No, I thought I was with you guys.
So at this
At this point, you've come down that.
at
Yeah.
this point, the three of you can be together while Lily trances.
I'm trancing.
Yeah.
Trancing hard.
It's not impossible. It might be preferable to have someone with greater knowledge of direct technical control. However, if I'm not mistaken, Those are standardized maintenance drones. They are configured as spiders due to convenience. They are capable of crawling in inconvenient areas and at any angle. If I'm not mistaken, the concern that our gnomish friend expressed about the explosion of the units
Yep. Saw it happen.
is related to their power cores. They have high-density, high-intensity power cores that allow them to operate for extended periods of time without recharge. Breaching one of the units results in an explosive discharge. However, other than that, they are not combat units, they are repair units.
Don't shoot at it.
I'm not gonna shoot at it.
So
Wonder
they-
if I can take it apart to weaponize it.
Guys, they weren't attacking us.
No, they might have been.
No, they totally might have been.
They might have been because they were programmed by an AI that hated organics.
It was cleaning the ship, getting rid of the trash.
It was purging.
It was taking its peon units and just sending them to go attack things,
Yeah.
but more likely sending them to their deaths.
Yep.
And they just
Kamikaze unit.
and they just explode when they die.
Yep.
Okay.
And with that, I'm gonna go take a nap.
One last question, Martel.
I doubt it.
Oh,
From her, maybe.
listen, Chunks. We got some stuff here we need to talk about. Is there anything on the ship here that I can use for my ritual summoning of my familiar on the ship?
There is not standard ritual components. However, the ship is equipped with fabrication systems. The fabricators, if you are not otherwise familiar, are capable of converting inorganic and organic matter into other configurations. Therefore, if you were able to provide me with a sufficient amount of raw material of equal value, because I know certain mystical components require specific value aspects to them in order to function. If you provide me with objects of equal value, in theory, I should be able to convert the elements in order to create what you are looking for.
It's a replicator that instead of replicator blocks, we put gold in.
Well, stuff that equals that amount in
Basically, it allows us to bypass craft checks.
Yeah, but in what I'm saying is supply. Can we turn the spiders into corn chip? Are they worth enough?
Possibly.
Sure, but also maintenance drones.
Yep.
It's a crate. It's a large crate of them.
I'm not there, but
How many do we have?
20.
40.
Oh, 40.
Are they?
or you just put 10 gold in there and you get your materials.
But
I
how
think I
much?
need to
How
have
much is
10.
each of those drones worth? We might only need.
It depends on who you're selling them to.
Yeah.
What about Martel? What does Martel value?
Martel's not going to haggle.
What does Martel value them at?
I have pretty high persuasion.
Well, no, but what does-
Martel has a pretty high lack of desire for your shit.
But no, I'm serious though. Like, what does no, but what does Martel value one maintenance drone at?
Your life.
I would say. You see, now it's too bad that the gold for XP rules got all goofy after first edition.
First edition.
Because that's not how that works. Um,
I have the list of what I need. If that helps.
It's 10 gold worth of materials.
It's 10 GP worth of charcoal.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
yes,
This
total.
is
I
saying
thought that was
no.
just the
Yeah,
charcoal.
Yeah, this
Got
is
you.
saying it can take other stuff.
So if you literally put 10
Worth.
gold pieces into the machine,
It spits out the 10 gold worth of charcoal and ink and whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
that is not a specific and literal interpretation of the rules.
I
I'm
know.
willing to adapt to that it would be capable of.
but like you
Yes.
pull off like the metal cabinet from the engineering bay and toss it in the machine, and it converts it into whatever shape you want it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever it's valued at.
And you have less worry about food because
you poop into the machine and it's food.
How much is my
yes,
poop worth?
that's actually no.
Yes. What is the
In all
gold
seriousness,
piece
I do
equivalent?
want to
There
do
is
this.
no poop to gold piece equivalency.
Okay, guys, come
what I'm
on.
hearing.
Hashtag there is no poop to gold piece equivalency.
I don't know. I think some blue poop would
It sounds
that you can
like
scribe
there is
through.
though.
No.
Because how much, how many days worth of rations does a single poop make?
And it's been valuable for my laughter this campaign. And it's been probably breaking
Guys,
that.
Tuck, do you want to do a time skip to when I wake back up so I can put an end to this shit?
I really
yeah,
do.
we'll have been fighting about this for 4 hours.
I am
Yeah,
actually technically asleep right now,
Yeah,
so I will back out of this conversation. But
I do really want to spend my 10 GP to do this.
Why do you want to spend your gold instead when we have spiders?
Because we have hundreds of gold that we started this game with
Okay,
that are
fine.
just sitting around.
And we want to have a nice clean ship.
Can I say that I've summoned Cornchip again?
Yes.
All right, Martel, this is Cornchip.
You have a small creature,
Yes.
but it does not appear to be a normal creature.
No, it's not.
It is not. He's friendly, though.
Intriguing.
And then Cornchip goes up against the side of the ship and nuzzles Martel.
Unusual. So, in explorations of the ship, you
Yeah.
become reasonably familiar with the capabilities of the ship. What the ship has on board. The ship has a relatively expansive cargo bay. It does have room for a single fighter launch. So, fun fact. You want to share with the audience the designator name of your craft?
The Saisoku no Ikari. I probably butchered the translation or the.
No, it's not bad.
In Lakshayan, or Japanese, that roughly translates to the fastest fury.
Is that not on everyone's?
No, it is.
It is.
It's
No, it
on the
totally
bottom
is.
line, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Josh. His ship is named after the Fast and the Furious. Yes, I did it.
Love it.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
It is the fastest fury.
I love it.
Okay.
I think it literally translates into the quickest anger.
Sounds about right.
Yep. Love it.
Nice.
Love it.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Cool.
I don't know Japanese well enough. I just used Google Translate.
Sure.
Oh no.
I'm sure you guys close enough.
As you said.
But I also put it through a couple different other translate things, and they all came out roughly the same.
Okay.
So
Good.
I didn't accidentally say something inappropriate. I don't think
It's actually
We
the
hope.
sacred pony.
That would also work.
that would also be fantastic.
Okay, though. So we're working on basically getting back to where we started now. Is
Correct.
that- we have a plot course.
Does a long rest replenish all of my hit points?
It does. And all of your hit dice. And
No, half of your hit dice.
That's right, half of spent hit dice. Right.
Correct.
That's right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Rounded down.
There
So
are
if you
other
spend all of it, you get 2 hit dice back.
there are effects and other things that allow you to bypass that, but not in this case.
Yeah.
What if you used 1 hit dice?
Then you get it back.
Then you get it back.
Okay, so you said it was.
Yeah, minimum of 1.
Well, no.
Yeah,
So
Oh, it's minimum.
when you
Gotcha.
so because we're at 5th level, when you do a long rest, you get 2 hit dice back.
Okay. Gotcha.
So This is relevant for folks like me who spend all of their hit dice, so now I
Right.
have 2 hit dice.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to rest 3 times and not spend any of it in order to get all my hit dice back.
Right. Which replicates, the natural exertion of
Yeah.
life.
Yes, if you stay up too late today,
It's-
tomorrow you will still be tired, and the next
It's
day you
the-
will
the-
also still be tired.
The key is to take short rests that actually use up said hit dice for
Right.
it to matter.
Right.
Yeah.
So after waking from trance
Yes.
and spending the requisite additional 4 hours of resting,
Which you can do relatively leisurely, assessing the ship, and
yeah. But
It-
once I do
it-
that,
it is a low stress environment.
yeah. I'm gonna just kind of look around and with my smuggling background, try and see if there's any special nooks or crannies or whatever. Because, I mean, Martel doesn't think there's anything, but who's
Roll-
to say that something wasn't
Roll tech.
okay. Sadly,
And I will say you can do this at advantage.
awesome. I was gonna say technically that feat gives me advantage on concealing cargo, but not finding smuggled cargo.
In this instance, I'll allow it.
That's a 23.
Ooh, excuse me.
So I mean, not
So-
even necessarily looking for cargo that is being smuggled, but just if there are compartments and spaces.
If there are spaces to do it.
So the things that you're able to assess, number one, it's clear that the Hammer's fate is based off of a sledge class freighter. It's clear that it has been heavily modified.
You might say there's been special modifications.
Oh, yes. It is also clear that it has not been modified for smuggling purposes.
Okay.
That does not mean that it couldn't be further modified for smuggling purposes at another time.
Yeah.
At this stage, however, it looks like whoever modified it did not feel the need to
to add those modifications.
add those modifications.
Okay.
It's not a smuggler ship, it's a scavenger ship.
Yep. I've conducted a rather thorough sweep. I have not found any, we'll say, smuggling modifications to corroborate with what Martel's intelligence suggested.
Okay.
So there aren't going to be any unexpected surprises.
Okay.
Did you all ever look inside that crate?
Yeah, it's full of those spiders that explode. Apparently they're just drones to
Well, yes, they are just drones.
but they're mechanics drones. Apparently
That's wonderful.
Yeah, apparently when we attacked them, they blew up not because they're attack drones, but because it's their battery, Martel? Like their power core issue basically is why they blew up.
Correct.
Oh, well, that's wonderful.
They are inactive right now.
Well, that works in our favor. That means they could be programmed and turned online.
Yeah.
When we say maintenance, are they meant for repair, like basic repairs, or are they cleaning, or?
Martel, I think it's basic repairs, right? Stuff where the people can't get into.
Correct. They would not be capable of repairing any sort of superstructure. However, they are more than capable of assisting in basic mechanical repairs,
They can help with like loose wires.
as well as general maintenance of the craft. They could be programmed to give you advantage by someone who knows how to program them to do it.
Yeah.
Could they repair Igobot? So you didn't have to.
He's perfectly functioning.
I mean, like for if
now
you're in
next
battle or
time.
something like that.
Oh no,
No.
no, 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 no. It's far more efficient for me to do that myself. Especially since I have magical capabilities of repairing him.
Yeah, repairing him. She only takes a minute to repair Igobot.
It's also I can use the mending cantrip to restore 2d6 hit points.
Yeah.
Well, if we have some time, I mean, robotics is not particularly my forte, but I could certainly take a crack at it.
I would have actually gotten bored during.
Of course you would.
Yeah. No, I would have gotten so bored during that 8-hour rest.
Robotics is not necessarily your specialty either.
No, it isn't, but I have a circuitry kit and an omni tool, and I would have.
Stuff blowing up is your specialty.
Yeah. Because I would have definitely actually tried to take one apart.
Oh. Okay.
To see, like, everything. Yeah, because, again, to see if I can weaponize them. And just to see what makes them tick.
Cornship is out of area of this happening. Want to make that clear.
It's-
So is Autumn.
It's you want to weaponize our spider Roombas.
Spider Roombas.
Yeah.
Spent a little
No,
blast from
see,
the top.
after seeing how those things explode, why wouldn't I want to weaponize them?
Because we don't want them to explode.
Yeah, I would have taken one, like, 50 feet away from the entire box of them.
He sends one into your room while you're trancing and just sends all 40 of them into your room while
Yes,
you're
it was,
trancing.
what do I roll for that? Tech?
You might want to not do that close to the box with one of them.
No, I did. Yeah, I'm like 50 feet away.
Okay.
I
Like,
think also
yeah.
while this is going on, I would be taking my mech out and just getting a feel for its handling
Yeah.
maneuverability.
Absolutely.
So what would I do to what would I roll to make sure that I don't blow myself up?
Definitely tech.
Well, I don't know why I just rolled at advantage.
I don't know either.
I do not know why I just rolled at advantage. That is that's an 8.
Yep, you weaponize
Glad
it.
you're not near
It
that
blows up.
box.
It's a part.
That's kind of what I'm wondering. I'm like, does it blow up or is it's apart? It's kind of like take a microwave apart. You can get it apart, but you can't.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else everything does.
You can identify all of the components. It looks like, at least the way you took it apart, the power core needs to be integrated into the body in order to function the way you want it to.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I would have been doing this very slowly. Like, just been like, okay, we're not blowing this up. We're just taking you apart. Lots of talking to myself during this entire... Yeah.
Cornflakes, what are you doing?
No,
Why?
I'm trying to... I wanted to see what it had.
I'm gonna go over to the crate and just pick one up. Just look to see if it has any, buttons.
I was gonna say, yeah, but apparently it's
controls
not
on it?
on.
Tech?
14.
There's a small set of user switches. It looks like there's one to power it on, and there's a couple to have it go into different modes.
Yeah, I'll turn it on and basically test out different modes and see what sort of reactions they
She's
produce.
gonna button mash.
So one of them turns it on. One of them allows it to receive programming. One of them allows it to execute the programming that it's received. One of them allows it to be receptive to basic verbal commands.
there we go.
Hey, Roomba.
I'm gonna activate the basic verbal commands, and I presume that would have to be turned on with receive programming, and I guess also execute programming.
That's
So
essentially
you turn all the switches on.
yes.
All right. I would say as a test drive.
Yeah?
Sort of just since I'm used to dealing with something that's a bit more intelligent, sort of get down and treat it like another little robot type, anthropomorphizing.
Yes.
Now, I would like you to go to the fighter bay and see if you can assist Jacko with cleaning the frame. So, go to fighter bay, clean frame. When finished, or if unable, return here.
It makes a series of chirps. It walks over and walks up a wall and momentarily connects to a port on one of the arcane terminals, disconnects from the port, and staying on the wall, heads towards the fighter bay.
My Roomba accidentally got out. What are the consequences of this? It has no natural predators. Thank you, Internet.
Roomba baby.
Well,
Should we be careful of what we plug into this port? Though we don't think there's anything, we still did see that purple light leaving.
I think that was the beginning of a dark matter explosion.
Maybe, but I still find it kind of interesting that the beast we were fighting was purple.
that was purple because of Cornflakes' spell.
Yes.
That was not a natural function of that beast.
But it might have still been lingering. I think it was the
Yeah.
fear.
No. My spell would have been gone by the time we did that.
10 minutes?
It's 1 minute.
Concentration 1 minute.
Okay. Yeah.
1 minute. Yeah, no, it would have been my spell wasn't
Okay.
active. That was the dark matter.
It also would have ceased when we seemingly killed the creature.
Yeah.
Unless we didn't actually kill it, I think it was the fear.
But yeah, I suppose I'll just continue activating drones and setting them to various tasks of
And
cleaning.
seeing that they're not like immediately coming into attacking us, I'll have started helping her.
All ship personnel, please come to the bridge.
I go to the bridge.
Yep.
Does that include the spiders?
I'll go to the bridge.
No, they continue.
I'm not
about the
telling them to
various
come to the
tasks.
bridge.
Okay, I didn't know if we were considering them. I actually seriously didn't know if we were considering them personnel. Yeah, go to the bridge.
No, they're drones. Like they're not programmed for.
On the way, I'm just going to fill every these two in. That if you see little spider drones wandering around, I've
There's-
programmed them to do various tasks of cleaning and fixing any minor sort of scrapes, tears.
Got him up and running, did you?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good grab, Jacko.
Well done.
So our ship will be nicely maintained and clean and
Do we really want
up
to
to
be?
my standards.
Do we really want to be calling this our ship?
I appreciate the efforts very much.
I mean, it's ours till it ain't ours.
I have made every attempt to be completely honest with you. I will continue to make every attempt to be completely honest with you. However, I must advise you that from time to time there are situations where my programming results in omissions. I must admit an omission at this time.
Okay.
Oh.
The ship does have a piece of equipment on board that is not standard. The ship has one ether radio. For those unfamiliar, an ether radio is capable of ethereal plane communications and allows us to be able to communicate anywhere in the galaxy point to point. It is not uncommon technology, but I would imagine that if you are not familiar with particular ranges of magical technology, it may not have been something that you have directly interacted with.
Have I interacted with one of those before?
Yeah, you have.
Okay, I was gonna say, me player don't know, but
Yeah,
Is this like a ham radio?
Characters would have. The two artificers would have known.
Yeah. Yeah, because I wasn't asking.
The soldier may have heard about
I
it,
was
but
gonna
not really
say,
given a damn.
I suspect I would have known what it was from the military, but
it's like as special as a shipwright.
They're relatively common to carry on a ship because that's how you communicate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it's like CB.
They're not on every ship.
Yeah.
They're not standard, and it's not built into the ship. It is a.
It's a common.
It's a
upgrade.
piece of it. It's a wondrous item,
Yeah,
but it's on board the ship.
Yeah, because I wasn't asking like, is stuff like. I was asking like from when it was turned off to turned on, like if there was anything that was. No, I wasn't asking about things that were added to the ship that were already there when it was turned off.
well, maybe we can use it to get a hold
It's
of
kind of like putting an aftermarket radio in. Like I'm not asking if there was the aftermarket radio put in. I was asking if it was stolen.
The reason I share this information is because you have a call.
Put it on.
Who's calling us?
You know what? I don't really care. Let's find out.
Okay.
Hello? This is Jacko, the Hammer's Fate. What can I do for you today?
I'm amused that you found my ship.
Oh hey.
What's up, Hammer Hall?
Was this what we were supposed to get?
No, I can't say precisely that it was what I was expecting. What I was expecting was to find out what I was to expect. I'd heard that a human ship was carrying artifacts and other unmentionables, and
Mostly brains.
Yes, that
They were in jars.
human ship became a Rothian ship.
you can confirm Rothian hardware.
I would dare say, the entire crew being turned into brains in jars.
Well, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Well,
Not anymore.
it was a self-correcting problem.
Yeah, we kind of had the other ship that we came in kind of blew up.
Was destroyed by rogue AI
Yeah.
that destroyed the frigate,
Yeah.
the freighter, cruiser, whatever
Yeah.
we're calling it.
It blew up. Yeah.
Unfortunate. Were you able to collect anything from the ship?
This
We
ship.
were. We, so I do
You-
have.
We got about 40
is
spider
Fred!
drones.
So we have some sort of crude weaponry. I have sort of the scrap parts from a maintenance droid. Full droid. Which I'm sure, scrap parts might fetch.
Got a whole complement of maintenance drones to keep your ship all nice and clean till we give it back to you.
Yeah.
That's all you found. No,
Unfortunately-
no weaponry or anything unusual.
The brains kind of had us a little bit distracted. I may or may not have almost died a couple of times.
There was an attempt to procure some of the weaponry. However, we were a bit pressed for time and unfortunately got left behind. I guess, Cornflakes, you found some kind of weird thing. right?
Yeah.
Some kind of weird thing.
Like a book?
Yeah. I found this book, but it's not really. No, it's like a puzzle box thingy. But I mean, that's not really.
Describe it.
Is this a video call?
No.
Oh. I don't know. It's this weird little puzzle box, and I give an actual kind of description of it as it's in my hand and.
Interesting. All right. So here is what we're going to do. The good news is you've passed my test. You're all alive. You found some interesting things.
That's good, because I've never been good at taking tests.
The better news is you now have your own conveyance. Consider the Hammer's Folly on extended loan to your group.
Cool.
Hammer's fate.
Thank you.
I was wondering how many times that mistake was going to be made.
It's only a matter of
I'm
time.
surprised it's taken us this long.
There's
to be
a
honest with
there's
you.
a certain other hammer-wielding person who insists that their captain that would be very upset
Yeah, it's
if
true.
the Hammer's Folly would be given away.
No. That's not extended loaning. Furthermore, I'm going to communicate some coordinates to the ship AI to get you to meet where I am. I'm interested in that item that you've procured. However, I've been able to determine your general location. Through a little bit of begging of some amoeboid contacts I have. There is an unmanned shuttle headed in your direction. You should be able to pick it up on sensors shortly. That object that Cornflakes now has needs to be protected at all costs.
Yeah.
The objects in the shuttle should be able to assist in that.
Interesting.
In the meantime, while you are traveling to my location, I recommend you take up any tasks along the way that allow you to fill your coffers. However, I ask you to not take too long in getting to my location.
Just to be clear, we're taking the contents of this unmanned shuttle off of the unmanned shuttle and bringing it on here.
The shuttle is irrelevant. You take the hardware out of it and you can be free to make a dark matter jump to your next location.
Right, that was my question. Okay.
Correct.
I think what Jacko was trying to get to is we weren't to take on the shuttle as well.
Correct.
Well,
It's disposable.
Sounds good.
Or returnable.
I'll look forward to seeing you soon.
bye.
The signal disconnects.
You wanted to test out your fireballs, right?
I've detected the shuttle.
Mm-hmm.
We're not having you practice combat in your frame by having him throw fireballs at you.
It wasn't even what I was thinking.
It
We
appears.
have an unmanned shuttle. We offload it. Target practice, because it's disposable.
Yes. It's my time.
It should be relatively easy to acquire the unmanned capsule.
I'm on it. So strapped into my neck.
Excuse me. Okay, you go grab it, and it is like a shuttle sized. It's a little smaller.
You're holding your hands up like this.
Yeah.
Is it actually this big?
For the Mac, it is.
Okay.
For the frame,
Got it.
you can grab
Got
it
it.
and
Okay.
bring it inside.
Understood.
There are a series of 4 doors.
On the shuttle?
With handprint identification panels on each door.
Ooh, they have our handprints. That's creepy.
Would there be enough room to bring the shuttle onto the craft and keep it?
I mean, I can dock my
I,
mech.
guess I was thinking that
and
it was
I'm holding-
like shuttlecraft that we took
That's
to
what
the
I was
freighter.
thinking too.
Yeah.
It's not. It's more of
It's like a pod.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
more escape pod-esque.
Okay.
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 Because
I would say if we
since
have
I
enough,
can hold
if
it
we,
in my mech,
if we
then I
have
can
enough
dock
room in
my
the
mech.
fighter bay, we might as well. hold
Yeah,
on.
might as well
Yeah.
keep it.
You can put it into the. It takes up the same amount of space as an escape pod. You can put it in the
fighter
the
bay?
cargo bay easy enough, and I'll determine what the weight of it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's that small,
Yep.
like
I'll
I
slip
mean,
in the
yes,
cargo
it's still
bay,
pretty big
and then
with
go dock my mech.
from the mech, but yeah, if it's small enough to come
Shall we go see what sort of goodies we have?
in.
I'd
Yeah.
like to do that,
Let's
yes.
do it.
Who's first?
Boop, boop, boop.
You very quickly find the panel that is intended as yours.
Is that the biggest handprint on it?
And furthermore, it's got some Lakshayan detail on it.
Ooh, perfect.
The door opens, and there is what looks like it's sort of a sleeve that should fit your hammer.
Ooh. Okay.
You attach it, and the hammer reconfigures, becomes larger, and sort of modifies.
Oh boy.
It's a nice hammer you got
You,
there.
you
Hammer
now
time.
have, and I've been sort of eyeballing and making sure that I'm seeing all of the things. I'm not kidding. You now have a weapon that you may identify as a doom hammer. It is a +3 weapon.
Oh.
It contains a single charge. You may expend the charge to deal 1d4 mega damage with the hammer. When you expend the charge, you roll a d4. If you roll a 1, the hammer turns to dust.
Oh boy.
Oh.
If you roll anything that isn't a 1, it takes 3d6 days to regenerate.
Okay.
All right.
So 6 to 18 days. Okay.
I thought you were going to say when you expend the charge, you gain wind fury
Does it still
and
function
proc
as
aggro and then die.
Does it still function as like a +3 rocket hammer?
Yes.
Okay. It just also has this.
Oh my.
Yes.
Perfect.
Oh my.
Perfect.
Awesome.
That is very awesome.
Right.
I would like to handprint this thing next.
When you open up your door, you see a rifle or something shaped like a rifle of elven make.
Okay.
It has a place to, instead of like a trigger and a trigger guard, it has a place to put your hand into. And then it has a stock, and then it's a rifle. You now have a +3 thaumatonic rifle.
How do you spell that?
TH.
THAUMATONIC.
Okay, automatonic rifle.
Yes. It functions like a blaster carbine. That's +3. Additionally, it functions as a spell focus. So you can cast a spell using the rifle. And the bonus on the rifle is added to the DC of the saving throw or the attack roll.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
insane.
I guess I'll go next.
Before you arrive to the touchpad, you hear a clicking noise on the other side of your door.
It's full of spiders! They crawl all over you!
It's not.
Okay, that's
It's a bomb bot.
that's mildly concerning.
Looks just like a bomb.
It's an alarmo bot. It just walks around place and goes woo 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 woo.
Yes.
Yeah, no, you can open your door next, Lily. Wait.
Very well. I open my hatch.
Floating in an anti-grav field behind
that's exciting.
behind your hatch is a key card. It is matte black with a white skull on one side.
Ooh, the black Amex.
That's it.
Going to take it. And I'm going to look at the other side.
It has a range of different components and elements that allow it to be inserted into an access slot.
It's a skull key. Skeleton key.
Yep.
It is an item known as the skeleton key card.
Yep.
As an action, you can use this key card on any door which could be hacked. The door becomes unlocked as if targeted by knock.
Oh wow.
Okay.
That's fabulous.
Is that charges usable at will?
At will.
Ooh. Okay.
The door, the clicking on the door is becoming insistent.
You guys should.
Doors
You
are
guys.
no bar to our
You guys should back out. But stay close. I don't know. Something's ticking
I
in
stand
this
next
one.
to you with a hammer, like.
No, really, you shouldn't. No, you should back up and like leave the room because this is not. No, I don't know what this is.
Can we open this with the mech suit?
Cornflakes, this is all useful items.
Yeah,
We're right
but
behind you.
mine is ticking.
Okay, so it's a clock.
I'm ready with a hammer.
It's not clicking.
All manner of mechanical
Is it not
devices
ticking
make
via
clicking
bomb
noises.
style?
It's not ticking via bomb style.
It's banging on the.
There's
on
something
that hole.
inside, like it wants to get out.
Yeah.
It's a friend.
It's some kind of drone.
Yeah. Yeah, I still don't like it.
I would
but
just
I'll
open it up.
gingerly.
The door opens,
Like as soon as it does it, I just
I must
Wait.
know what's inside.
wait.
and out leaps a very enthusiastic, if strange-looking, construct creature. It has
Okay.
6 legs.
Okay.
It
It's a
has
spider. Smash it.
No, wait.
it has
Mega
eyes.
damage.
Jeez.
Yeah, you'll get rid of it now in your thing of dysenteries.
and antenna
They gave it to me for a reason.
at both ends.
So it's
It has a series of manipulators and measuring devices in the middle. It excitedly jumps around you and rubs on your leg.
It's a portable fabricator. That's cool.
You are now the owner of a sorting beast. When activated as it can manipulate and hold objects up to 30 pounds in weight. When activated as an action, the sorting beast sets about collecting and sorting loose valuable items within 100 feet. It sorts gold, silver, and copper pieces in neat stacks of 10. For material goods such as precious stones, the sorting beast can appraise value by weight and quality before sorting the goods appropriately and printing the result on a fine paper strip. The sorting beast continues sorting until finished or deactivated as an action. Additionally, and the reason that you know why all of your stuff is, the sorting beast can cast Identify with no material components on one object you designate each day.
Nice.
Wow.
Don't need me no more.
Yes, because it's the only thing that you were good for.
So just for a visual again, so this is kind of
cast as
like
a ritual.
a cootie with antennas on both ends.
Yes.
And
It's a cat dog cootie with 6 legs.
okay. Well, cooties have 6 legs, so
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
That its sole purpose is to sort things and count things.
God.
And it's happy to see you.
You have a tiny happy accountant. But
I'm gonna pick it up gingerly.
oh, how big is it?
Yeah. How big? Like phone size? Would that be kind of?
It's
Well, no, 30.
It's small dog sized.
You have a Monty.
Pick it. Yeah. Yeah. That's kind
Yes.
of what I'm thinking.
Yep.
Okay. So I have a Monty size thing. Okay.
But it's a bug.
But it's a bug. Do you have a name?
Still need
No,
to
wait.
take care
Is
of
it
it for
is
you.
it an organic creature?
No, it is a construct.
It is a construct. Okay. Just because the name makes it sound like.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm little, so this would be.
Yo, yes.
Yes.
It's about half the size of you.
Yes.
I'll
I-
think of a name.
I have received the coordinates for our next jump.
Okay.
We should probably prepare when you are prepared. And they will be prepared during the next session. For more information on the Dark Matter setting, the game that we have been playing, visit magehandpress.com and check out the good folks at the Middle Finger of Vecna. The sound effects for this evening's session have been provided by tabletopaudio.com. This adventure and all of the fantastic adventures that you see on this particular Twitch channel are available and provided by the good folks at 8-Bit Adventures, which you can find out more about at 8-bitadventures.com. In order to create a television program of your own, another video program, or something like that, or a radio program, because we do that too. Check out Pittsfield Community Television. More information about them can be found at pittsfieldtv.org. For the fine crew of the Hammer's Fate, I am your Galaxy Master, Matthew Tucker, saying have a fantastic 2 weeks, and we will see you during our next session. Take care. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Stay safe out there, boyos.
I shall believe in the heart of the cards now. And it will allow me to get anywhere.